What is up, everybody? We are back here on another Thursday night. So, welcome. We got Mal in the house as usual because Mal's part of the show. So, why wouldn't she be here? But we are down one Todd. So, Todd is actually out right now. He may get here at some point. So, we'll see what happens.
So therefore,
But,
Todd's not part of the show, and yeah. No forgiveness, Todd. I still love you, Shannon.
yeah. He's just not here right now. So, across the ticker, Rajay Beer Ventures releases Todd from show.
You wanted beer news? We got it right here live.
He'll be home. I got cut on the ticker. He didn't even tell me. He just cut me on the ticker. So, but welcome everyone in. If it's your first time, definitely welcome here as well.
Welcome.
Give you the big old welcome there. And Vanessa says hi, but then she says, I'll be right back. So she jumped out real quick. And they got Rusty in the house. Rusty says cheers as well. Cheers, Rusty. Good to see you, my friend.
Hi, Rusty.
And right now, that is it so far. So a little bit of this and that coming in for the hellos. We got Craig in the house up in the UK. UK up all night. That should be one of Craig's shows, UK up all night, because he's up all night. So literally, he could rock that. And we got JT in the house. Everybody's kind of strolling in. Welcome, JT. And yes, you were catching this in simulcast on my channel, also on Mal's channel. So both channels are up and going as JT came in under yours there, which is all good, fine and dandy. And yeah, so a lot of good things to talk about this week. I was not here last week because I was traveling for work, so missed some stuff that we'll talk about there. But a good trip back to the Natty for work. And did I drink? You know I drank. You know I had to drink that. I'm back in town. Meetings, drinking, meetings, drinking, meetings. Eat somewhere in between, somewhere along those lines, right? So some good stuff. It was good to have some Cincinnati beers. Had some Rheingeist when I was back. Had some Mad Tree. Mad Tree brought back their Amber, which is a fantastic amber ale. If anybody ever sees Mad Tree, I think it's now Hoppy Amber, because I think it was called Happy Amber, but they had to get rid of it for a point because of a trademark type thing. But Mad Tree makes a fantastic amber ale for all you amber ale fans out there. And then a few other good selections. And I had some old school beers too. So some people might have been shocked at my Untapped when they saw me put like a Miller Lite or something on there. I mean, you go with the flow. You go with what's that hand. We were at one of the bars. They're handing them out. So yeah, I'm going to grab one. It's funny, at our hotel, one of the bartenders, she was like, we were all in there talking to bar. She's like, hey, I don't know where this goes. I got another one. All right, I'll go and take it off your hands, because I'm a giver. I'm a giver. And I guess in that case, I was a taker, but I was helping her out to get rid of that beer. So,
yeah, and that's a very necessary job in a place in that type of establishment. So
it is.
Yeah, no, very kind of you.
Only beer I passed on because we went to one place. They said summer shandy. I'm like, nope, not over here. Not doing this. I'm not doing the summer shandy. Although I stand with the people of Line Kugels as they're trying to get their right package there. I think they're still on strike, like 40 of the workers, but yeah, I can't do the summer shandy though. Bring back the Big Ike, give me the canoe paddler, give me a couple of other stuff outside the shandy, and I'm with you. Blake's in the house. Cheers, Blake. Good to see you, my friend, as well. And did I miss anybody else? I think I got everybody in thus far. So trying to stay up on the comments, which is not always an easy job to do, especially with our great community, because we got some gabbers. So we got some talkers that are out there like to talk and chat. And let me see if I can get our international correspondent on, if he might want to join us here. Let me do this because he's probably up and just watching. So let's see. But feel free if you want to interject anything while I shoot this over.
I like pie.
What is your favorite type of pie?
Strawberry rhubarb.
Okay, I was not expecting that answer. that took me off guard there, but never had strawberry rhubarb.
I make a really good strawberry rhubarb pie.
Yeah.
One of my Granny's recipes, and it's just delicious.
What do you like about that pie?
It's sweet and tart. The rhubarb gives it kind of a sour, tart type flavor, and the strawberry is
Okay.
very sweet. So the two together, it's just magic.
Okay. Okay. Is there a second favorite pie you have?
Mm, I go cake. I'm a cake person more than a pie person. But second would be pumpkin, I guess.
Yeah. I can see the cake. I'm a cake person, so.
I
But
did
I
a
used to buy.
pumpkin pie where I made a ginger snap crust for it. That was
Mhm.
really good.
There you go.
You know how people do like the graham cracker crust? If you use ginger snaps instead, delicious.
Hmm. When I was a kid, my favorite kind of pie, actually I had two favorite kind of pies. One was Boston cream, and then the other was lemon
Ooh, yeah.
meringue. They're kind of like fancy pies, though. Maybe I was bougie out of the womb. I don't know. They were kind of fancy type
Well,
desserts when you think about it. Not like apple, not like cherry. I'm
well,
like,
you
no,
did
well,
ride horses.
well, I did ride it at one point.
Therefore, bougie out of the gate is a phrase that you would use as a horse rider.
I mean, it took me 40 plus years to get to a fried bologna sandwich, so maybe I was.
Just a smidge.
Just a little.
If you could just keep the horses out of the pool for the polo game, it was fine. So.
Yeah, right. Good old water polo. Yeah,
that was such a great story. I'm still loving this story.
Yeah, I wish I could remember more from that first match, but it's not going to come to me now if it hasn't come to me yet. So
no, probably not. Not at this point.
I just know I was popular from it, and like gym class, I want you on my team. So yeah, I was never the last kid picked in gym class, which is always a good thing. Which I guess stigmatized kids, I guess, nowadays. Back then, we didn't think much about it. It was just like,
yeah,
it was what it was. But nowadays, like, I think they don't even let you do that because it might stigmatize. It's like some schools don't have valedictorians. How do you not have valedictorians? Like, how do you penalize a school for having the smartest kid? Like, just to keep everybody at the same level. I don't get that.
Well, everyone gets their participation award, that little diploma at the end, and nobody gets to be special. That's just how it's supposed to be now, right?
But it's not even being special. It's just like you're the smart kid. Why wouldn't you want to recognize someone for being smart? Speaking of smart kids. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
Happy Friday to you. Happy Thursday to us, because you're kicked over. And for those of you watching, I just cracked open one of the Double Cannon double IPAs.
Oh, nice.
Heavy C's that I still have. So this one here, 9.5% ABV. Very smooth, very malted out. Nice balance with the malts and the hops. It's funny when you get the double IPA, because some people say, I can't do IPA because it's too bitter. But when you go to double and you raise that malt, it makes it more smoother and takes down some of the bitterness. So if you don't like the single, not to get you drunk, maybe you want to go to the double because it might give you more of a smoother feel. Higher ABV, yes, but a more smoother taste as well. So, And what are you drinking, Craig?
I'm on my latest Rheinbacher Weiss beer.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Little Weiss beer action.
Yeah. So it's about £1.40 something a bottle. 500ml bottle. Not too bad. It's like Audi's one of their in-house brands. So
yeah,
it's okay. It looks quite dark on camera, but it's not actually that dark.
For Mal, because she's under the weather a little bit, she's going to actually turn it up a little, and she is drinking.
I'm having a Jameson hot toddy right now.
There you go. So many good uses for alcohol. Got a cold, some Jameson on it. So yeah.
Well, Jameson, a little honey, a tea bag, and you're golden. It's lovely.
Yeah. Good thing China wasn't here when you said tea bag. I'm just saying. So
yeah.
We got Drew in the house. Cheers, Drew. What is going on, my friend?
Hi, Drew.
You can check out Beer for Breakfast Snack. He's got a good channel there, so you make sure you check him out. He has some fun stuff, and
his barbecue is phenomenal.
Oh, the barbecue, the grilling out, the drinking out.
Yeah.
He does the shorts, he does the long form, he does good stuff there. He was supposed to go to your thing, right? But he couldn't make it down for Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think we're like 99% sure it's Canada next year, so he won't have as far to go.
Yeah, it seems like the Canada side definitely wants it up there in Ontario. So
yeah.
which I'm overdue to get back to Ontario. So maybe I can make that happen.
That'd be awesome. I would
Maybe
love
so.
that.
Right
Maybe
now,
when you were here in Chicago, so
yeah, right, yeah. So right now it's kind of like I'm looking at the Beer Palooza type thing, trying to figure out that's going to be in Connecticut this year. I think it's next month though.
I saw the email the other day that went out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like in September, so I don't know if I have time to get stuff put together for that or not.
Mid-September-ish.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I can see how much
back to school, and I can't.
well, how do I get myself on that email list?
Oh, I mean, I can reach out to you on that and stuff too. I think you know Joe and Beer Patrol and Kyle, No Hype, and every the guys Nerve Sense. So that's all Matt from Massive. So a lot of the people anyway. So
yeah.
Last year it was in Albany, and then the year before was at Matt with Massive, and then I was coming off the COVID year, I think. But before that, I think Matt may have had it also like in PA before he moved to Jersey. So
gotcha.
And I've been meaning to get up there at some point to one of them. So I think Connecticut is about a 5 or 6 hour drive, I think, for me. So it wouldn't be too bad of a haul.
It's actually one of the states I've never been to. I need to get to that state. I'm at 40 states I've been to now, and I haven't been up there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not far from JFK, but it's like, it's a bit of a mission.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But whatever.
So I got to get to Connecticut so I can meet Vanessa Kitty so I can find out where the bunker is if shit goes bad here. So, because we all know if things go bad, we're going to Vanessa's house. So she's going to be our protector.
Oh, yes. When shit hits the fan, she's the one to go to for sure.
I don't even want to go to Airbnb or hotel. I just want to stay in her backyard because she has so much stuff happening there. So,
I know, right?
No, I'm going to pitch a tent right here.
Is that where you're at? Is that where Vanessa's at? Maryland?
In Connecticut. She's in Connecticut.
So Vanessa is
up there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. I know there's a bunch of people in Maryland, so it's like.
Emerson in the house. Up, Rajay. I'm sipping out a nice mug of 89 octane in the form of New Belgian Voodoo Ranger, as Tyson would say. Let's get Philly. Cheers. Oh, Emerson, you had the Voodoo, I think, last time. Voodoo Ranger is such a good one. I almost got another Voodoo when I was up there. It's funny. I went to New Jersey this last weekend, and I actually did not go for a beer shop when I was up there. Technically, I didn't go for beer shopping because I got so much beer here. I didn't want to bring anything back, and you know how hard it is to not go to the beer store. So I did stop at one just to see because
see if there's any bargains.
Yeah, and I actually did find a couple of Firestone Walker. Yeah, I did a couple Firestone Walker bourbon ales they came out with, and it was $6.99 a bottle. So I got a couple of those. So usually like $13 a bottle. So I got two for the price of one, basically. And that's all I actually got. So I kind of tried to stay from going. I didn't go to the other spots. I didn't go see like BJ at his place at Joe Canals, or I didn't go to Roger Wilco. I shared because I really can't keep buying all the beer till I get rid of some of the stuff I have here. So at least that's my goal.
Yeah, the problems we have are very hard to face sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I say that now with Oktoberfest on us and pumpkin season on us. What I did see, I didn't get it yet, but I will pick it up at some point. The Southern Tier Caramel Pumpkin, because I feel like I got to give that a shot.
I know. Yeah. I think Alex said that the other day. I don't know if it was that one or just the normal one, pumpkin.
Well, the new one you just released was a caramel. So
I don't know if it was that, but it sounds good though.
Yeah. So I was like, got to pick that up at some point. Which reminds me of Pumpkin Oktoberfest. Currently on the poll for those of you in the chat. Are you more excited about drinking pumpkin or Oktoberfest beers right now? So we have Team Pumpkin and we have Team Oktoberfest. Let me know. Cast your vote. Kind of curious to see which ones you're more pumped out.
I've already voted.
You did already? Well, right now, everybody's more Oktoberfest. It's like 78 to 22%. So
yeah. Got to do things in order, haven't you, really? So.
Yeah. Then let's see here. Cheers, CB. The Browns cheers all. CB's a big Cleveland Browns fan.
Yeah, I know. Joey's away watching it.
Oh, is he? Are they on TV right now? Or are they at a home game tonight, maybe?
I don't know what the deal is there.
Yeah. I've already been on my aim. JT's already making his tour of local Oktoberfest beers.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Blake Craig smoking for you. So I guess you're on CB smoking list now, Craig. So.
I've got a few bits and pieces here. I've got my thing.
Oh, okay. There you go. Vanessa's back. Says hello,
We can find
everyone.
some shit. So.
JT is sipping Maplewoods Fest beer right now.
Nice.
So there you go. And Vanessa says, hi, Craig. Yeah, definitely. So I would get Drew to pop up here as well. Get him on the show. He can talk about his channel and everything. Yeah, baby, I think I can outdrink you, Mallory. I don't know. Everybody's talking about how much Mallory can drink down there.
Sorry, not gonna happen.
I don't know. We may have to get Mallory a redemption when she's feeling better in her shotgun, because I've had some people say she took a long time for a shotgun. It was her first time doing a shotgun.
Supposed to turn the knife.
Yeah, the hole was a little small for her, so we got to get her a redemption at some point.
Yeah, not today though.
Not today though, but that was a minute, so that was a good one. It's a good long time there. So. Yeah, Maryland is not that far away, Vanessa said. So yeah, Connecticut is fun. It's a stupid phone, LOL. What did you say? Oh, just gonna think you could drink out Mallory soup? Like you didn't mean to punch that into the phone? Like what's going on?
Maybe he was mad about the caps.
Oh, well, I thought you were just yelling.
I
thought he was just yelling it out for the world that he could beat you. I didn't think he was just screaming it out there,
He meant what he said.
He was using his Nathan Lane voice like he was on Broadway, just screaming it out so the world knew. I'm doing a divorce of single. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Changes. I found a Transit Connect van to buy.
Cool.
And the next order, Bradley International Airport, 2 minutes from my terminal entry and pickup. Oh, there you go. That makes it easy.
Cool.
I am planning on a UK visit next year sometime. There you go. You get a chance to come. If you go to near Kent, Craig's in Kent. So give you a good tour over there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I bet Vanessa could outdrink some people, though. I bet you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mess there.
Yeah. Local Slashy started selling some Southern Tier beers. Yeah, so you'll probably see the caramel in there as well, and some of their other stuff they're dropping. They've been doing more with the dessert series type beers, too. No Chance Drew. So there you go.
Yeah. Best
beer to pair with the pumpkin pie. Well, if you're going with the pumpkin pie, I mean, the beer that tastes like pumpkin pie, to me, one of them would be like Warlock. I like the Warlock, the stout pumpkin version.
Yeah, but a beer to pair with it. I don't know if you do like a dry stout, something not sweet. Because
if you're playing off the taste to kind of complement each other.
Oh, no.
You think?
I mean,
Warlock is a stout. Yeah.
I think a Guinness would be quite nice with a pumpkin pie. It's a little too heavy though.
Guinness? You think's heavy?
No, I mean the pie and a stout. It's a lot of heavier stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't want a sweet beer though, because the pie is the sweet part. I would want something a little more on the bitter side to pair with it.
I reckon a sour might work.
Well, I know, like I've paired before, like a
maybe
a vanilla snowdrift porter. I've had that with like a chocolate cake, and that actually pairs well, even though. But porter has a little bit more of a bite to it, so maybe a porter you could actually put with the pumpkin.
Porter or kind of a coffee sour, maybe.
Yeah. I think a vanilla porter would be amazing with.
Yeah,
well, even a coffee stout wouldn't be bad with a coffee and pie.
Yeah, I don't know. Something to counter that sweetness, I'd say, from pumpkin pie.
Cheers! I'm sipping the Southern Tier caramel pumpkin. So Big Daddy's already got it.
Nice,
Cheers, Big Daddy. So what do you think of it, Big Daddy? Let us know. Oh, we got a little bit of movement there. 30% pumpkin now, 70% Oktoberfest. So
there you go.
Another team pumpkin in there. Pretty sure I can drink. Anyway, here's why I'm dying. Good thing or a bad thing? That's kind of like the bittersweet type thing, right? I'm winning, but I'm losing. Cheers, Eagles. Great to have you, my friend. Hit the like button, peeps. Indeed. And Vanessa says, I buy the Dragon's Milk kegs.
Wow.
And see who drinks who out drinks who. I'm going to be talking about kegs here in a little
I'd
bit as
love
well.
the keg of dragon milk.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
Vanessa research. You
that's
can get
a
a
lot.
keg. Yeah,
imagine
Yeah.
that. Shit.
yeah.
Keg?
Go big or go home.
Oh,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
suppose.
That would kill me.
I can confirm that Dragon's Milk Stout and a Guinness Foreign Extra go nicely with Pumpkin Pop. Yeah, and a Guinness Foreign Extra, that's nice and smooth for sure. So I can
Oh,
see
yeah.
that definitely. Yeah,
Get the Nigerian export.
exactly.
Yeah.
Eagle said he'll unsubbed to get you to 420. Well, there you go. Get you to 421.
Excellent. Brilliant.
I smell the caramel more than I taste it. Might change the warm. Yeah, it should come out more as it warms up, I would think. Usually on that, you want to get it about 55, 60, have the flavors really start coming out. But no, that is definitely pretty cool there. Let's see what else we got. Check a couple other things here. Just taking a look. All right, I think we're good. So, do we want to jump into beer news? Do we want to jump into that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We can jump over and talk about that for. Oh, you know what? Before we go to beer news, I got beer questions tonight.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So we were talking a little bit earlier about some stuff that things are popping up. First beer question: how are you feeling about the beer festivals? Still enthused? Less enthused? Do you still look forward to them? Now, Craig just actually had one where he was at. So, what's the feeling overall? Because I'm seeing beer festivals are actually starting to drop in attendance. Not as many people are going to beer festivals that they were in the last few years.
I've not done as many this year. I think I've done 2, 3. I think I've done 3 this year so far.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas other years, like recent years, have been just too many really. Just a couple of years ago, I done like ridiculous amounts because it's coming out of the situation we're in. I'm trying not to say the word, but you know what I mean. And so everything got. So I paid for things thinking they'll be spread out, and then they condensed everything down into like 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done like 5 beer festivals in 5 weeks, and it killed me.
I'd
I'd already paid for the tickets and stuff, so it's like, shit, you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah. But it ended up costing me a fortune, like going places and staying here and there, and oh god. Yeah, and then I had 2 months off the beer after that. I was done.
Yeah. Like liver, let's see what you're made of.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, it survived, but it didn't like me.
Yeah. What about you, Mal?
So, I mean, working for breweries, I was working the beer fests rather than attending. So, saving a lot of money. But I was going to one every other week, working it for the whole summer pretty much.
Jeez.
So, yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm loving it. I'm rocking it, having a blast. And honestly, I haven't noticed drops in numbers, at least in the Chicago area. I mean, Chicago has a beer fest every single weekend that is nice weather. And for the whole spring, summer, and fall, there is a beer fest every single weekend somewhere.
Right.
So, I mean, because when you have 300 breweries, it's like, yeah, they're going to do all these things. So, trying to get their names out above the others around. So, yeah, I have not noticed a drop in people showing up to these. It's even though they keep raising the prices. I mean, like the super VIP ones where you can come in 2 hours before everyone else. It's like $100 a ticket, and people are paying it. They're lining up, man. So I haven't noticed a huge drop here, at least.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't actually went to really one this year yet, and I was debating. They have the one that's coming up here in September, which I went to last year, the Craft Brewers Association. That's coming up. And I was debating going out to Great American Beer Fest this year. And I was like, yeah, do I really want to fly out there and do that? I was kind of like, I don't know. I was kind of on the fence. And I'm kind of like, Guinness is promoting one they're going to have next year. And it's kind of like seeing some of the stuff out there. I'm kind of on the fence there. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm as encouraged as more to the beer fest as I used to be, and maybe that just comes with time because when you drink so many different types of things, you're like, how many more hazies can I drink? How many more stouts can I? So the excitement isn't the full excitement as what it was a few years ago. But it is fun to get out there and see what new breweries are doing and stuff too. So
Yeah.
So maybe it's just kind of a lull. And I see where people may not be going as much right now because of the hits in the economy that people are taking. I mean,
True.
so you got people are cutting back on different things like that or seeing where their money's going when it comes to like food and gas and all those kind of things, electric bills, all that stuff. So that could be a part of it that plays into it. But I was kind of curious when I saw that out there, kind of get your guys' take on what you thought of some of the things that you're seeing or what your feelings were kind of toward it too. So, and we're kind of different, right? Because we're always talking about beer and we're into beer. So we're more than like the average consumer of beer. So it's kind of like
True.
that plays into a little bit more stronger probably for us. But for the average person, I don't know if it still grabs them as much to actually attend some of these things.
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't noticed a drop, but yeah, I still love them. I love discovering new breweries. I love trying new things because every time I go to one, someone has a weird style or flavor profile that I've never thought of before. We have one here that did a basil beer recently that was phenomenal. I mean, you never know what you're going to get, and it's kind of cool to check it out.
Yeah, I saw a couple of guys. I watched the video earlier. They did a beet beer. I'm like, I don't think I've ever had beer with beets. I'm not a big beet fan anyway, but kind of interesting. Like, it was just red beer. If you like beets, you might like it. One guy said he could probably do a full can. The other guy's like, no, 4 ounces is good enough for me. So it depends where you're at on the beet meter.
I've had a few. I've had a few beets beers.
Yeah.
I had a beet Hefeweizen with chili years ago.
Okay.
That was obviously it's slightly earthy, but it worked.
Yeah.
It was really kind of. It was a bit hot as well. The chili. It's like shit. It weren't subtle,
Yeah.
But no, so festivals that I went to the London Craft Beer Fest just Saturday, just gone, and it was probably the busiest Saturday that I've seen, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was just too hot.
Yeah.
Too damn hot. This year was pleasant, but it was really busy. I think they sold out for that day or that session, the afternoon session. But so it's definitely not dipped as in popularity. I'm starting to get to the point now where I'm a little bit less. I don't look out for. Oh, when's that festival? When's the date? And all this. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to wane a little bit for me. Although I do enjoy them when I go, it's just like the whole,
Yeah, because again, it's like you've done it so much. It's kind of like, what to expect. You've been through the motion. You're kind of like,
yeah.
I think it's just
need to have a year off and then maybe go the following year or something just to keep it on that boil,
Right.
I do get beard out though as well. You get beard out sometimes. It's like, oh god.
Well, I see some of the breweries, you're like, oh, that beer again, but because that one, it's like so
yeah,
there's some there.
A little bit like that with some of these for me anyway, but well, that says about me, but whatever.
But I always encourage people to go because it's a great way to find out about beers and to learn about beers and try different things. And sometimes when I used to work, people would feel guilty pouring it. Like, you poured a beer out. I mean, you're not hurt. It's like, this is you for your sample, and you pay for just. You're not going to like every beer here. So it's a great way to experiment and see new styles you may like. So.
Yeah.
And
cheers, Paul. Adam. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have a little break in September, I think, from the beer.
Yeah.
Well, a few weeks at least, and I need those kids go back to school. I'm like, I can calm down now.
I just wanted to share Craig's thing there. Let's see here. Yeah, I actually got a story about going on a course that I'm going to talk about here in a bit too. Big E opens mid-September, so it's hunting down the various drinks and foods. It is the Easter States Exposition. Yeah, you got everybody starting to roll their stuff out. Mercy Adam, cheers, my friend. And not really a fan of Beer Fest or Street Fest in general. I don't like paying an entry fee and having to buy beer or paying a fee to walk down on the otherwise public street. but that's just me. Well, some places like Cincinnati used to have some beer fests where it would be at the park. You just paid for the beer you wanted to get from places, so you had to pay to like walk around like that. But some you do pay to get in.
Yeah,
Along
they
those
vary a
lines.
bit. The all-in ticket. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the ones I've worked at, it's you pay to get in, and then you can have whatever you want. So
yeah, the all-in. Yeah.
But I
Dangerous
can
festival.
definitely see the people have many choice of days. Yeah. So, and it's funny because like some places, it depends on where you're at. Like some places, they give you tickets, and then some places you pay as you go. And
mhm.
like when we do the ones there, since you're supposed to take tickets, like it starts out in the first hour, everybody's taking tickets. For like an hour and a half, man. People are like, what do you want? Don't even keep your ticket for somebody else in case they need it. You know, we just be like, becomes a free for all at that point and stuff too. But it all depends on how it's actually all set up. And the ones in Cincinnati, where you volunteer, like the main beer fest, they actually encourage you to drink. You know, just don't get like hammered where you're falling over a table, or they'll have to send you home. Which I'm like, so you want people to drink. If they get too hammered, they get sent home. So they got to work early for the volunteering. I don't see where they're losing if they drink like hammered. Like, you know, you got to go. Okay, well, I'm done. All right, yeah. But I drank for free the whole afternoon.
That's
So,
all right. That's good.
but some of them you can't drink. Like you're not supposed to drink or whatever. Not that you're not supposed to drink, but people still drink. But you have to be a little more creative about it. Yeah, because you had the cash.
I've seen ones try to do the. I've seen ones try to do the tickets and the the punch cards and all the things because they're trying to slow people down so they're not literally trying every single beer there because that could kill you. But honestly, the booths don't stick to it as well as they should. Therefore, it just becomes a free for all after the first hour. So, I mean,
that's what usually ends up happening, right? Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, and people are like, I got all these tickets in my pocket still. Like, yeah, they stopped taking them.
Yeah.
Last year there was a guy. He had this like like you get these holders where you put the bottles in, that kind of thing. The six pack thing. Anyway, he had one of those and he had 6 glasses, and he was going around like he wanted to try every single beer of that session at a beer festival. Nuts.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'll have this. And it's like, dude, you're definitely one of them ticker things, but
Yeah.
Geez, you're not going to live very long, mate.
Well, I heard someone saying they wanted to do that, but they wanted to do it at FOBAB. I'm like, dude, the Festival of Barrel-Aged Beer, you're going to try everything there? I don't think so.
No.
You will die.
Yeah, just not.
3 festivals, I don't think you can pull that off at FOBAB, Dark Lord Day, and the Great American Beer Fest. There's no way you could try all the beers. You're not going to get through them all. There's no way. And even the one that we had in Cincinnati, the winter one, we have over 500 plus beers. You're not getting through all those beers. You know, it's just not.
Even if it's just like a small sample, it's just like you're still not going to do it.
Yeah,
you won't have enough time.
We won't have enough time, and you're starting to get into some that are 13, 14, 15%. At least the festivals that we were having. So
stuff that.
Yeah. So good luck.
Just thinking about that just makes me fall asleep. I'm like, I'll be done.
I appreciate his aspiration, but good luck. I don't think you're going to make it.
Yeah, good luck, son.
Good luck. I hope the fest is near a hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a beet and blueberry kettle sour. That was pleasant. That's interesting. Beet and blueberry.
That's different. Beet as a kettle sour is interesting to me.
Yeah,
I would be interested to try that.
We get a few breweries over here. There's one in London called Brick Brewery. They're quite well known for their kettle sours.
Cheers to Paul in the house on all day shifts this week.
Hi, Paul.
Hey there, bro.
How's the Pop-Tarts going, my friend? And then Eagles, he's actually in Philly. I actually grew up across from Philly. I grew up in South Jersey, but I can tell he's an Eagles fan. That's Go Birds. Like he's asking like anybody, any Go Birds friends out there? I'll give you a fly, Eagle fly. That's all I got for you,
I like birds. They're pretty.
I mean, I'm in Baltimore. We got the Orioles now, so that's the baseball team in first place. So yeah, it could be a Phillies Orioles World Series possibly. It could be a Cubs Orioles World Series too. Cubs are playing good ball right now. You never know.
Well, miracles happen.
Yeah. So Craig is like, so over there right now, speaking of sports, are people like pumped up because it's down in England versus Spain, right, for the title this weekend?
Yeah, the ladies. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So are people like all keyed up and like looking forward to this weekend?
There's a lot in the press. There's a lot of noise, and I don't know what the general feel is out there. But I mean, the last game, I think it drew in 7.5 million viewers, which is
Yeah.
I think a record
Yeah.
for here. So
Well, against Spain, they've won 4 of the last 6 times against them, so they got a good
that
shot.
doesn't mean anything on a one-off, but
Yeah.
That's
but
so
they're
funny
a young
that
team.
you were
The
counting on
Spanish teams are very
last
young.
session, wasn't it?
Sorry.
I said that's funny. 7.5 million. That was our viewer count on our last session, right, Rod?
Yeah. They're poured in.
There you go.
Look at Sportsball's almost catching up to your channel.
I need to get that German fan base. We had one night we had like 80 people coming from Germany, which was hilarious. So I need to get the German fan base back again.
So the answer to that question for me is I'm starting to get a little bit less
enthused.
For me.
I think I'm kind of there with you on that. It's just, I look at the list and I'm like, is there anything that's going to grab my attention? And if it doesn't grab my attention, that's what kind of plays into it. I mean, even the Great American Beer Fest, for me, it's more a bucket list thing to actually really enjoy the beers as much. Just to actually went there.
Something actually to do, yeah. That would be good though.
Yeah,
I'd combine it with a proper going around Denver and stuff anyway. So
I mean, if I go, I'm going like at least all 3 days for the beer fest, but going like on a Wednesday and come back on Sunday.
Exactly. Do that, and I'll do a few bars, and because it'd be like a beer fest anyway. So
yeah, and there's a few other things legal there in Denver. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
It's not called Mile High for nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay. Hashtag Go Eagle Fly. Flyer ball stuff. 76ers fan as well. Well, there you go. I think they're trying to get rid of Harden now. Which one is which Eagle record? So PA Eagle is actually in Eastern PA as well. So we got a couple PA represented.
There we go.
PA might be the state's leader tonight. Gilbert's in the house. Cheers.
Illinois still got them.
You and Big Daddy. Oh, JT. Yeah, 3.
Yeah,
we got 3. All right. Close to Illinois, PA. See how this is rocking. Eagles say it all. Do I need to explain? There you go. Well, it's funny you mentioned the Eagles. I saw a pretty cool. So last week, as you guys know, I was at a work thing, but on the one of our keynote speakers, he actually works with Jalen Hurts from the Eagles, and he showed us a video of like a motivational part that they use with Jalen Hurts. It was actually a pretty cool video that he shared. So I think you guys are going to have a pretty good season again there. He's pretty focused on stuff. Perhaps you need him. And then speaking of different tastes, tomorrow I'm going to get the new Eggo waffle brunch in a jar liqueur, 80 proof. I did not hear about that one.
I need this in my life, though.
All I can say is Lego my Eggo if I see it.
No. Yeah. Eggo waffle liqueur? Frick yeah. Sign me up.
It's kind of funny seeing these different companies that are getting involved in alcohol now. We had the Mountain Dew stuff. They were doing the hard stuff and these different, but now you got food companies that are actually getting involved and putting things out there.
Yeah. That's one of my beer news things.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I won't steal your thunder on it.
No, not that one.
Okay.
Dunkin' Donuts is doing spiked coffee.
Well, they usually do the beer thing with Harpoon. Is it something?
Is that Harpoon? Yeah, I was going to say Harpoon.
No, Dunkin' Donuts, they're coming out with a line of canned coffees. It's called Dunkin' Spiked. So they have iced coffees in cans that have alcohol in them, and that's going to be coming out. And I was kind of excited because that sounds.
I've had one of the Harpoon Dunkin' Donut thing.
Well, stay tuned because Mal's dropping some spoiler alerts there for you. That's it.
Did I ruin it? Did I break something?
That was your story. Just
I broke all the stuff. I'm sorry.
Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because you got a great story on it. Just set it up. Set it up for you there. Let's see. Rod X is in the house. Cheers, my friend. What is going on? Happy Thursday to you as well. Go back here. PA says 76 basketball, Eagles football. Honestly, I know Pittsburgh teams. That's about it. As Rod, I know nothing about sports, but yes, support PAT. Yeah, he's not in the sports as much. But you ask him about some of the old, or I should say older classic movies from like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. He's all over that. He's a good movie buff from back some of the classics and stuff.
Just a little bit.
I'm with you. Pittsburgh all the way, man.
Yeah. Pittsburgh all the way. What are the Pirates doing right now? Are they doing anything? Are they still struggling? Or
failing, but
yeah.
I mean, they're fine.
The Steelers are going to be tough. I mean, Cincinnati, Baltimore.
Yeah.
I don't know. They seem like they might be in a rebuilding type thing, I would think. I don't hear much about them, but I could be wrong. I'm going to watch NFL as much now, but.
They do well, they do worse. It doesn't matter. I'm going to like them anyway, so.
One thing about the AFC North, though, every year the Cleveland fans have the optimism for the first half of the season.
Yeah.
This is our year. Them and the Jets. This is our year.
Yeah, but
although the Jets have Aaron Rodgers.
At the moment, but
So here we go again with that one.
Bro. It's just like a preseason thing at the minute, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Hopefully he takes it. They've been doing good. Pirates have not. Yeah, no, they got a good shot. I mean, although in the NFL, I mean, the Chiefs have just been so dominant. I feel like it's going to be an AFC team either between the Chiefs or the Bengals, possibly the Ravens. Those are like the teams everybody looks at now. Now you got Rodgers with the Jets. I mean,
the Bills have done reasonably well.
Yeah, but they're AFC. They're AFC too.
Yeah, but they've been all right. They haven't quite got there, but they've got fair, quite deep into it. So.
Yeah. The original Night of the Living Dead was in Pitt. Yeah. Poppin'. Evans City, 40 minutes north of Pitt. There you go. See, Paul knows all that stuff there. Just wear one of those drinking hard hat. 2 at a time. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
You make those with the 2 little things on there. You just take the beer in. Those are cool. Pop-Tart Land is popping. What's your favorite Pop-Tart now, Paul, by the way? Since now you're working in the Pop-Tart land. Do you have a favorite Pop-Tart? Kind of curious.
Working in Pop-Tart.
You know, I almost want to say, I expect, Paul, by now, since you've been there long enough, you would have like My Little Pony Pop-Tart out in the market. I don't see it happening. I know you're big into My Little Pony, so where's the My Little Pony Pop-Tart? Are they not listening to you in management? Who do we need to talk to? Let's get that to happen. So if they can make unicorn farts in a beer, you can make a My Little Pony Pop-Tart. What a good pairing that would be.
What about?
Just saying.
Oh, because I'm not going to say it, actually.
I like the s'mores ones.
Yeah. Billy's Starballing. About to crack open a Green Ghost IPA from Uncle Brewery. Very nice.
Nice.
They got to talk about IPAs here in a minute, too, in the beer news, because I didn't realize, if you know this, but today's a new holiday for beer. Not that we need a holiday for a beer, but Sierra Nevada decided to make today a special holiday for beer. So we'll talk about that here in a second, too.
Because no one else has made it a holiday.
Right? We needed another day. I mean, yeah.
It's like every weekend or whatever. This and that. Never heard of it.
Never.
It's like, it's our 10th year. I was like, is it?
I
drink anyway. I don't.
I just the day ended in Y. I thought I'd have a beer. I didn't know it was a holiday for it. Yeah.
It's like shit.
It's my kind of holiday.
Yeah.
Had a vendor's pass at FOBAB 2014 unlimited sample that drank about 30 samples in an hour. And yes, I was the fool that couldn't walk. Lesson learned the hard way. Dumb, I know.
Yeah.
We all got to learn at some point, though. We all got to learn at some point.
And yeah.
That's right.
You got to get home, or you got to get to your hotel or whatever, and it's like. And it's even worse if you've got another session the next day or the later in the evening.
Yeah.
So when is FOBAB this year?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's September or October. I can't remember. That'll be something. I mean, again, that's like I can get Southwest direct to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Guten Tag.
Eight teams, whoever wins. Yes. Gutenberg Bend. Guten Albin. Sooner or later, it'll be a Farbenugent in there somewhere. Have to sub you, LOL. Yes, yes. Autocorrect. Yes. Autocorrect. They all get together and the autocorrect. All those computers that talk to you when you don't want them to be talking to you. PA all the way. Cheers. Best whiskey. I don't know if I have a favorite whiskey. Now last week I was drinking on some Knob Creek, different versions. That was pretty good. I've always liked Makers. But my whiskey game, even though I lived in Kentucky for all those number of years, I never really got into getting into all the bourbon type stuff down there.
Yeah, I'm not really.
I will say Woodford Reserve is one of my favorites. That'll probably be one of my top ones up there. Woodford Reserve does some really good stuff. And Bullet. I like Bullet bourbon.
Single malt, any kind of half decent single malt for me. But.
Yeah.
For Scotch, it's Dalwhinnie, Highland Scotch, lovely, floral, light, beautiful. I like the Japanese whiskeys. Centauri is excellent at a reasonable price point as well, and very well balanced. I think they're lovely.
They got those up the road from me. It's like, but they're charging a bit. It's like,
And then for bourbons, I would go with. Actually, my go-to right now is Angel's Envy. It's actually very, very nice. And Bibb and Tucker. Bibb and Tucker's always good. So. Buffalo Trace as well.
You never know, Paul. I might have to take you up on that.
So years ago when I was in Kentucky, I don't know if you guys know Jonathan. He's do the Party Source channel. I know Craig, you might have seen Jonathan. So he used to do stuff
years ago, yeah.
Yeah. So Party Source, where he used to work out, once a year they would have a clear the shelf type thing, where it's like everything was like 50-60% off on stuff. Like, and so I went out there one time. He's like, "Oh, you got to get this Japanese whiskey. It's like usually $9 a bottle. It's down to $40." All right, so I got a couple of those. It was really good. That's the first time I had Japanese whiskey. But like you were saying, it was really smooth. It was really good. I'm just like, the prices were crazy on stuff. Like people were just like pulling out credit cards left and right. Like, I need this, because it was like everything. I think some people were probably buying and reselling because it was such a deal that you got. But
yeah, I don't know what happened to that channel and stuff. I know.
Well, he got let go from Party Source.
Yeah,
so he was doing it. Yeah, so he's a bartender now in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the guys that were working, like Amos was still there. He used to be on his videos, but he didn't really do the social media as much. He just kind of did it because Jonathan was doing it, and the other people, they kind of dropped the ball on it and stuff. Place is still doing business. It's just Jonathan was their social media part. He knew how to run it well.
Yeah. No, it was good there for a few years.
Oh, yeah. I've been making my own brandy for my cherry mead, and brother, it hits different. Oh, very nice. I still got mead I need to drink here too as well.
Mead is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Eagles just jumped on the PA Brew News. Very nice, very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. We gotta be careful just dropping the link because then like YouTube's a whole spam type thing. But yeah, everybody can definitely connect there. It kind of sucks. It used to be you hit the 3 buttons, you could just right click and go right to the channel.
What's with that? What's with
this
that?
is YouTube just doing YouTube things, just not making it easy.
Crazy.
Yeah. That was at the Pirates game recently, and I saw him watching it at Otto's Pub and Brewery. Otto's. Yeah, slam that like button. Always appreciate that for sure. At PA Brew News. Is that Paul talking about Chokes Sports Ball? Just bits and pieces. It's like our spring break, my freshman year, we went down to Florida, and my buddy thought he was all, I know French. But like, I took French in high school, and I wasn't going to dare try to talk French to Canadian people. But he's like, he had like one little couple classes. He's like, he could talk. So he tries to talk to these girls. He's like, starts to say, comes up, try to talk a little French, and they start going, and he's like, oh, I only know the one sentence. Like, yeah, you got to be careful. You just throw stuff out there,
Nice try.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, his game was shot right then.
Yeah.
Had us a cheers to Paul as well. Painting with PA Brew News. Yes, Paul's a great painter, so you definitely want to check that out. PA Outdoors Couple. Look at Paul. Paul's
that's really good.
He's really franchising. Good. Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
In it with me, laying over a garbage can behind the garage in the rain. Yeah.
I don't know. It sounded pretty good to me. That's a Tuesday for me.
That was 30 tasters.
So what's the worst thing that anybody has done at a beer fest? If you can admit. If not, just change the name and the image to somebody else.
Just drunk too much. On where I am and
yeah. Because I'm thinking Big Daddy, that's probably his worst thing he's ever done,
Having a go at bouncers,
You know,
on the way out.
like for me, when I tried to basically
That wasn't long ago either.
jump down off, that was like a few years ago. I tried to jump down off a wall, which I thought was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good
I
distance.
remember that.
It was a little bit longer than I thought it was down. Technically, I landed on my feet, but when I fell back, I had to catch myself. I ended up breaking my wrist, which was sucked because like I was supposed to be at Barrel and Flow Fest like 2 weeks later. I couldn't go because I was all on medicine and all that kind of stuff. But back in the day, I would have been good to go. But you're older now, so you got to start.
Yeah,
I can't make that thing. So that's the worst thing I've ever done.
Well, like I said, most of the beer fest I'm working. So I mean, I'm usually with another person. Usually, actually, it's Chew, and he'll stay at the booth, and I'll go try a few, and then I'll stay at the booth, and he'll go try a few, and we switch off. But we're still kind of representing the brewery, so we can't get totally wasted. So I haven't had anything like that. I think the worst thing I've done at a beer fest is run out of beer before it was over. I ran out of beer, and we still have like an hour left. And we're coming up, and we have no beer left. So
that's a good sign for your.
That's a good thing, yeah. But is that really a bad thing? Because now you can go drink for the next hour.
Exactly, and that is what I did. That is 100% what I did.
Oh, God.
What do I do now? Hey, there's beer all over this place, I guess.
Well, I had a blast, but I felt bad for those folks who were coming up going, "You're all out?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm all out."
Yeah.
But before you worked for a brewery as a patron, was there anything that was...
I've never gotten like super... Again, my tolerance is really high, so I can do a lot of samples and still be pretty aware. I get... As I drink, I get my volume increases, so I get louder, and I get very chatty. I mean, I've probably said awful things to people before, but no worse than I have at a bar. So I don't really have a bad story for a beer fest yet.
Yeah,
I mean, give me a minute, I'll get there. But
I started on a bouncer. It was only 2019, so long ago. Not starting him, but he was just being a bit of a mug. I told him my fault, and then walks off. Really.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff at Beer Fest before.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, now when I did do that, I was still good. I went to dinner afterwards, had another beer at dinner. I was good to go. I thought it just sprained my wrist, so they had to tell me, "Oh, we got to have to do surgery." So, same point, tolerance was there. It's just, bad landing. I had the what did Simone Biles had the gymnastic thing, the twisties. I had the twisties, and that's what threw me off. Paul hate Pop-Tarts, always have. Oh, so you just like you don't even want a Pop-Tart working there. Yeah, it just works there. Yeah. Cherry Pop-Tart Eagles is his favorite cherry. I wish I had an MLP Pop-Tart. MLP.
My Little Pony.
Yeah, My Little Pony. Yeah, I'm telling you. Why don't you have one? You're there. Management input. Don't they have suggestion boxes for ideas? Most companies do. My Little Pony Pop-Tart. It goes over well with the kid. Look how big Barbie just got. So you can easily make a run with My Little Pony.
Barbie Pop-Tart. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. But,
you can make a run there. Have a little sparkle glitter inside the Pop-Tart. If they could put it in the unicorn farts, you could put it in a Pop-Tart. That's good. A T-shirt. If you could put it in the farts, you could put it on a tart.
Yeah, let's not make that a poster anywhere. All right.
Flying monkeys. Flying monkeys.
Flying monkeys had the glitter. Yeah, they had the sparkle puff. Sparkle puffs. Yeah, I've had that one before too.
Yeah. It's too much. I think that's triple IPA. I can't remember.
10.5. Yeah, triple. Yeah, I've had that before. Yeah. Jensen Rogers won't be 500. That'd be something, right? Like that could be a flop for them. Good jail food. Pop-Tarts? Go Pack, go son. Yeah, you're happy now. You got Love about to take over there finally. My Little Pony flashlights already exist, Craig. I may have 1 or 10. Green Ghost sounds good. Flesh again. The fleshlights.
All right.
Trogs has a great mix pack out right now. Oktoberfest, a Porter IPA, Lollipop IPA, Perpetual IPA.
Nice.
Basil Hayden. Yeah, I do like Basil Hayden as well. I've had Basil Hayden, which is pretty good. Okay, coming over, we will bourbon it up. Hit the bourbon trail.
I might take you up on that one day.
Few Straight whiskey is really good. Few is a Chicago distillery. All right. Now you know Few there in Chicago.
I'm aware of them, but I haven't tried their stuff yet.
Okay. Lots of peat or high rye.
Octomore or Lafroig for the peat ones. Yeah. Chu knows that if I drink one of those to leave me alone.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Just go away right now. I'm over here just doing my thing. Yeah.
If I bust out the peaty ones, well, first of all, he hates the smell, so he doesn't want to be around it anyway. And I found out that if I have one of those, he disappears. And I'm like, oh, neat. So I have a way to get alone time now. I just open up Lafroig or the Octomore, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll see you later.
Eagle said, is that Lego in the background? When you guys got Legos? Lego? No, I don't have a Lego.
Not me.
Not me. Angel Envy bottle with pretty LED lights in it. It didn't come empty. No. I'll be talking to Angel Envy here in a second, actually. Playing Lego now. Building a bar. A Lego bar. There you go.
Nice.
Multicasker.
A
customer gave me a 4-ounce sample of James T. Stagg. That's a good customer.
Yeah.
There is one of them. There is a pub set you can get, like one of them.
From Lego? Really?
Yeah. I almost bought it. I was like, oh, that could be
a nice gift to get.
Yeah.
I'm going to crack open this one now. Move it to
the Crimson. That one's a good one.
Yeah, the red ale. So always like a good red ale. I wish more breweries actually would do that style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind. I had a half decent one at the festival. Pretty good.
It's always interesting when you get a Dragon's Milk and it's not a stout, right? Like, so you used to get stouts, yeah.
They didn't have Dragon's Milk this year at the festival, which was a bit sad. I was hoping they might bring a few more bits, but
that's interesting. Yeah. Wonder why they couldn't get it shipped over there or something.
I don't know. I don't know. It's part of the Brewers Association bar. But I did do all right out of it. I know someone who's like the head thing for Europe, so it's like she gave me a load of stuff to go and review of that.
Okay. Eagles is growing ghost peppers. There you go. Nice. I do like the spice. George Rather. Vomiting on a congressman, man. During the beer fest or after the beer fest? Was it congressman at the beer fest? My beer fest was pretty cool. Average pops, and I sat next to the ladies' bathroom, and we're on Boom Patrol Joe as a pig. I can see you and Joe's dad doing that. You're out there getting Jack in trouble. Supposed to be enjoying it. So Joe's dad is such a cool guy. Beer Patrol. Yeah, we had a blast when he was down in Kentucky with us. I did 15 samples in 5 minutes and slammed German food for an hour, then slammed all the freebies, but that was not bad at all. Be like a redheaded stepchild, people. That's Dorito, I think, but yeah. Can you say that anymore? Is that council culture? Will we get counsel for saying that? Beating like a stepchild?
Well, there's 2 breweries in the area that have redheaded stepchild as a beer name. So
well, there you go. Worst thing I did was drink too much before a beer fest. Yeah, if you're going to a beer fest, you kind of want to kind of load up. You're already going to a beer fest.
Yeah, you can't pregame a beer fest. I mean, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't, yeah.
I used to. I used to get a list and say, oh, yeah, and then like, no.
Yeah. Nope. Sam's in the house from Australia. Cheers, Sam. Cheers, my friend.
How you doing, bro?
My tolerance is high. You a loud, drunk chick that never sees herself? I think that's a question. He said, ouch, Eagles.
Yeah. Thanks so much for that.
Oh, shit. Cheers, Sam. Howdy, Adam brother. Been waiting for someone to throw a Barbie pink beer to be all over the gram. Yeah, I mean, you have to buy the rights from Mattel probably to be able to use the name. So
Yeah.
that wouldn't be cheap.
No, just call it
True.
like Dreamhouse Sour or something, or Malibu beer, or
Could you do like a Crocodile Dundee shrimp on a Barbie and have a Barbie and just have the shrimp on top of the head of Barbie? I think that'd be a funny parody beer to actually do. I can see like some brewery actually doing that, one of those little craft breweries, shrimp on a Barbie, and it's like a shrimp just sitting on top of Barbie's head.
That
awesome.
woman's a guy.
Yeah, that's a man, baby.
That's Crocodile Dundee there. That's one.
Yeah. Barbie can should make a smoothie.
I better shut up. We're in a different time. So.
Yeah, right. Living Key West, I know loud drunk chicks. LOL.
We'll have fun with that.
Our Big Ten, baby.
Oh, Ardbeg's good too. Forgot about that one.
If Mallory drinks 30 FO, I should say, I'm not just about it. If Mallory drinks 30 FOBAP samples an hour, she'll have a story for show. If you did 30 an hour, you probably would have a story.
Yeah, I would definitely have a story if I did 30 samples in an hour at FOBAB. Yeah. I wouldn't remember the story, but I would have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name is some good whiskeys there.
Yeah.
You have to try Octomore.
It's delicious.
Oh, I gotta check the poll. What's the poll say now? Oh, the polls back down to 22% pumpkin, 78% Oktoberfest. So Oktoberfest is running away with it again.
Yeah.
Craig No Joke has the best place to camp where you can see the best vista and the stars, and no one will bug us being drunk and loud. So yeah.
Cool.
If anybody knows the woods, it's Paul.
He never said anything about the woods. This is his living room.
Yeah.
Set up a tent right there.
Paul, like, don't mind him. That's just Bigfoot walking around.
We got the fridge right there. We're golden.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it sounds good.
I agree. Red Ales are great, and if you guys haven't had this yet, the Crimson Keep is pretty solid from New Holland. Give me all the peat and smoke, Sam says.
Nice.
Yep.
Got EB in the house. Cheers, Alan. What up, fellas? Cheers, my friend.
How you doing? Hope you're doing well, man.
Happy Thursday night. Tried to play Call of Duty yesterday, but couldn't because it kept crashing. A lot of people were pissed off about that. So their OS update, like Activision, I think they just took the money from Microsoft. They don't even care anymore at this point. Pieces of shit. Me and Scott don't agree. It's Irish or bourbon for me, but not Jack Daniels because that is gross. Jack has some other stuff though. It's not just the regular Jack Daniels. There's like a line of different things Jack Daniels has.
Yeah, I've got.
No, I haven't had a Jack Daniels that I enjoyed yet, but they do make excellent hot toddies, and it's a cheap price point.
Well,
so
the Tennessee Fire is really nice.
Yeah, I mean they have some higher end type stuff from Jack.
Well, I only had a sample, but I did enjoy that. That was all right.
Actually, mentioning that hot toddy, I might sneak down and make myself a cup of tea.
Well, there you go.
Well, before you go, I'm actually gonna leave, so I need to go.
Oh, you gotta jump off? Okay.
Yeah, I've got to shoot. So thanks for having me, and
it was lovely chatting with you.
Yeah, definitely spending some time. Appreciate you, my friend.
And cheers, chat, and have a good stream.
Yeah, appreciate it. Y'all check out Craig over at Kent Beer Reviews. The good stuff that he's.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm going now. Bye.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, the crowd really loves Craig. They're all over the world. They love him. They just keep clapping away. It's because he's English. Don't oversell it, fans. Don't oversell it.
I do love listening to him talk, though.
Yeah, you and Shannon. Surprised Shannon didn't run in here and be like, hey, Craig's on there. Yeah, so.
Well, I lived in the British Virgin Islands for a while, so I missed hearing the accent that much. It's nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to limit my bruise exercise and drop 2 belt holes already. Oh, very nice.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, moderation is always the key, and it's like I drank last week when I was in there and everything, but I got back and went to New Jersey. But it's like I'm back to my regular routine. I don't usually drink like Thursday. I might grab something maybe on a Friday or Saturday, but usually most of the days of the week I don't even drink.
Well,
I'm gonna actually be bringing up some non-alcoholic beers on the channel at some point here too.
No, you're doing it wrong.
I'm doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. Wait, you went a whole day and forgot to drink? That's just will not do.
I didn't forget to drink. I just chose. It was a choice, right?
My problem is working at a brewery. I have to test the taps every day, so
Yeah.
I have to make sure what we're serving is up to our standards every day. So
There
Yeah.
you go. Drinking the PB and strawberry jam milk stout from Tailgate, overall sweet and watery. Oh, so it's thin then, right? With the watery feel.
I
You know,
wouldn't
I've seen more of Tailgate getting over to the UK. So Tailgate's out of Tennessee, and they actually have one of the better peanut butter beers that I've had out there. But it's kind of interesting. I always see people popping up now in the UK that have them. So they got something going on with distribution. Malibu Beer House.
I love that name. That should be the name of the beer.
There you go. There you go. Someone definitely did a beer called That's Not a Knife. Yeah, but Shrimp on a Barbie. Shrimp on a Barbie. Because I can see like Who Farted doing it out of Ohio. Because they do like kind of gimmicky stuff like that, right?
Right, the putty beer.
Yeah, yeah. So you have shrimp on a Barbie to be a shrimp on top of a Barbie.
Yeah,
In a pink can.
there we go.
They stole that idea. You guys heard it here first. I'm going to sue the shit out of them. I'm just saying. Got a turtle head pumpkin. That's not good if turtle head's poking out. a fluffernutter stout might be fun. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Some state forests are great fun. No one around. Look at the stars. Whenever I go to a forest or like a big like wildlife type preserves like that and everything, it's just like, for me, I'm just like, oh, you just walk around and it's kind of like, that's it. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big nature person in that kind of regard, I guess.
I find it very calming. It's nice.
It can be peaceful. I guess you get a little spot next to like the riverbed or something like that and everything and listen to I can see where that would be peaceful and stuff. But then it's just like, I just feel like you're walking around out there and they say, oh, you take in nature. I'm like, I guess, but you know, the mosquitoes start eating you up and you're like, yeah, nature's taking me in right now.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
I bathe in DEET all summer.
Well, yeah.
I have really bad reactions to mosquito bites. They get to like the size of a quarter. It's terrible. Like I react very badly to mosquitoes, and I'm a magnet for them.
Well, there you go. I cannot come back to Apex. I took it off the set. Apex just isn't my game. I just can't get down with Apex. So that or Fortnite. I mean, hopefully they fix Call of Duty. Like I was on a few other pages on Facebook and people were complaining about it crashing on everybody with the last update. So it's just trash. By Craig that we had there. Played golf with Jägermeister today. Had some great shots. There you go.
Right.
Get it? He had the great shots. Not the golf shots, but just the shots.
Yep.
Hey, what's happening, Bart? Cheers, my friend. My South Jersey brethren up there. Happy Thursday to you. Always enjoy hearing Craig. Yeah, you, Mal, Shannon. I don't know, any other women out there like hearing Craig? Just let me know. Just put your comment in the comment section. I think he talks too much personally. No, I'm just saying. I think guys were the same cheering crowd. Probably. I loaned them out. Night all, cheers. Night, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Always get up for the Pop-Tart machine in the morning. I fish and hunt in forest. Fishing in the Connecticut State Forest. Oh, there you go. I haven't fished in years and years. I mean, decades and stuff. I can see that. Would that be relaxing?
Yeah.
So that's your fly fishing. Because fly fishing is probably the actual fishing of any of the fishing you can do. Because you're constantly casting and working it, right? Like, it's not like deep sea fishing. You set up a rod, you grab a beer, you sit on the back of a boat. And it's not like just going to the dock type thing where you're waiting for something to bite. Like, fly fishing
that's my kind of fishing.
You're actually working. Yeah.
My kind of fishing is put the line out, crack the beer. I'm good.
See, deep sea fishing, I'm on board with that, you know.
Hey, look, the pole moved. It's time for me to put my beer down. Like, that's my kind of fishing.
Yeah, I actually had a friend that did fly fishing one time, and he's like, they didn't tell me you couldn't drink while you actually fly fish. Like, he was thinking to be drinking while he was fishing, but no, because you had to constantly, you know, toss your can or cast, I should say. So, yeah. Yeah, you gotta know what you're getting into. Got to read the fine print.
Yeah,
Pipeworks fluffing out a beer. Fluffo Sando, great.
I
Pipeworks.
tried that.
That Pipeworks that Big Daddy sent us before was really good too.
Yeah, Pipeworks is great.
If I was a Skeeter, I would bite you.
I'm sorry, I thought I was just one of the loud drunk chicks, right? Isn't that what you said before?
Maybe he thought your name was Skeeter. Maybe.
Oh,
Bugs don't even bother me. I get a giant bug for the back of the truck cab. We sleep on air, man. Yeah. Usually, actually, in all honesty, I don't usually get bit. My wife gets bit more by bugs than I usually do. Usually, I'm pretty much fine out there. I mean, I might spray a little off one here or there, but usually I'm good to go.
Chew won't get a single bite, and I'll have 27. That's
Yeah.
literally how it is. It's ridiculous. I think they think he's just sour.
I was going to say it might be the beer I drink compared to her not drinking beer, but you drink beer, so I can't go with the beer excuse. So I don't know. Get you back on this bitch one day. Yeah. Well, you got to go to bed now, you said. So world-class fly fishing here, world known. Yeah. Up there, Northeast. Yep. Pipeworks, I think they're working on a tap room in Logan Square.
Really?
Well, there you go.
That's exciting.
Deep sea out of Niantic or Groton, Connecticut. There you go. Eagle loves camping.
Same here.
Bullshit. I still drink when I fly fish. Well, are you really
have
fly
the
fishing all the
helmet.
time now? Yeah.
He's the
Well,
helmet with the straw.
He's got his two daughters with him, so he probably tells the daughter to hold the rod and like he's drinking an air casket at that point. So I see what you're doing there, Paul. Oh no, that wasn't. That was Paul that said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to use sprays to keep the bugs biting. I get infection through with fast ones. Yeah, that's like you go camping, you got the bug spray, but then you also got that like the little light to kind of draw bugs into as well. You can put the zapper or whatever. So
Right.
it's it's funny. One year we went down to the gorge, and we actually are big camping. So my wife's like talking about she wanted to go camping. And I was like, you don't really understand camping. You think camping, but it's not what you think. And we ended up getting a little cabin type thing. And we were around people that were actually camping. I was like, you see them all in the tents? They're actually camping. And there's no way you're going to lay in the ground out there like they're doing. She's like, no, that wouldn't be for me. Like, yeah. So we were actually inside. Well, inside, we ended up getting infested like with some wasps that got in. Like, it was a wasp nest and stuff. So we ended up having to cut the day, like a day short or whatever. We contacted them. They gave us a refund back on one of it. And they had to come out and exterminate. But it was just like wasps were all over the place and stuff. So I'm not about getting stung. That's for sure. We usually have citronella candles and lanterns on camping. My blood is sweet and iron laden, so I always get bitten to hell. Yeah. Because you're a sweet fella.
I'll have so many people say, oh, that DEET stuff is so bad for you. And I'm like, okay, take a second. I drive a car. I drink. I puff. Of all the things in this world, DEET is not going to be the thing that ends me.
No.
I could literally sit in a bathtub of it daily. And that is not going to be the thing that kills me. I promise. So I'm not worried.
Yeah, of all the things to worry about, that's not one of them.
No, that is low on the radar, really.
That's already looking at the camping attachments for the Transit Connect van. I'm going to buy September 1st.
Nice.
There you go. Deep Woods off stuff for Tixel. Yeah. Deep Woods is good when they're. I love sleeping on the ground. My primal needs. There you go. Bring back the old caveman instincts. But did you want to get a drink, or are you good? I'll wait for you to come back. Yeah, I'll wait for you to come back for going to beer news.
Cool. Yeah, give me just a minute. Well, maybe I should skip the tea because it takes 3 minutes to heat the water. I'll be right back.
All right. Emerson said, my idea is this butterfly knife beer, high ABV, tastes like metal, like 13%. Every 4-pack comes with a little butterfly knife, unique for every month. I just need a name. What is it? You come up with these questions all the time, Emerson. How do you just come up with these? Butterfly knife beer, high ABV, tastes like metal, 13%. Every 4-pack comes with a little butterfly knife. We have to wait for Mal to come back, see if we come up with some stuff there. Oh, my caveman. Deep was off. I have been using all my life, but the damage my body has been exposed to at congressional super fun sites in Alaska in the 80s. Oh, yeah. Captain Caveman. That was a Good cartoon back in the day. Part of my youth right there watching Captain Caveman. Let's see here. The grab and slash, Emerson. The grab and slash. I don't know if that's going to market as well with the slash part, but I don't know if it ties back to the butterfly. Be the big thing there. I feel like it should be something with butterfly wings or something, maybe. We got Alex, the beer master in the house. Cheers, my friend. Hey, what is going on? Yeah, I was actually tied up, Alex. I got your voicemail, but I didn't get a chance to give you a call back, so I couldn't talk at that point. But I am doing well, and hopefully you are too. And yeah, being up there, I was in there for a bit. And Saturday at the hotel, by the time I got back, I didn't realize it, but I was around the corner from About the Hops Brewing, which I guess is partnered with Cross Keys Brewing. So it's like 0.4 miles. So I ended up going over there, and that's where I kind of shared some video stuff from checking out their beers. Nice little spot right there down the street from Joe Canal. So if you haven't been to About the Hops Brewing, definitely one to check out right there in your backyard as well. Had a good time. Although I wish New Jersey breweries could serve food. I don't get how that is so hard for them to be able to do that. Now, I know why it's happening, because of the restaurants don't want breweries serving food because they're afraid of the competition, all that kind of stuff. But it makes sense to allow breweries to be able to do so, especially when people were there drinking. That gives them something that they're not going to be too liquored up when they actually leave. I just wish they would allow it to happen, or let them work with food trucks. I know there's issues with them working with food trucks in New Jersey as well. New Jersey's beer laws, to be kind of a progressive state, are pretty ass backwards on how they treat the breweries here. So that's my opinion on New Jersey, how they're actually doing that on the beers. They need to open it up more, let the breweries be able to get some more success for sure. But I did find a place where we got like a cheesesteak. When I was there at the brewery, one of the guys ordered a cheesesteak, smelled really good. He told me where he got it from. I went back to DoorDash it when I got to the hotel, and it was a pretty solid cheesesteak that I got there. So I do miss the Philly cheesesteaks from up in the Northeast. Get them here in Baltimore, not the same. That's when you get up there in Philly or South Jersey, but it was good. And I did have to get a Wawa sub from New Jersey that I had one of the other nights I was up there. I came back. I probably gained 5 pounds last week. I started to take back off now, but sometimes you just got to have those weeks where you can just let yourself go. Just have fun. Don't worry about it. Monarch Astronaut Imperial Metal IPA. Now it's a mouthful, but I can see that being a play, the Monarch Astronaut Imperial Metal IPA. But where's the knife tie into it as well? That's the thing. I get the Monarch for the type of butterfly. So close, getting closer. This kid is a strong label. What was the same Muhammad Ali would say? Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That was Muhammad Ali there. I agree, Roger. It would be nice if brewers were able to serve food. I agree. Yeah, in other states, you're able to do that. And they're like, oh, we're going to lose business. Like, look at the research of other states. You don't lose business from it. And in fact, some restaurants team up with breweries. So work the brewery in there and you can get a cut of it, So I think it's just small mind thinking by some of these restaurant people. Is it still legal to pump you? Yeah, it is. So I forgot a few years ago, I went back to New Jersey and I got a car to go get gas. And the guy was like, no. We do that. You don't do that. We do that. I was like, I forgot. You're the only state left where we can't pump our own gas. My bad. I'll get back in the car, Guy was like definitely all over it. So
yeah. Fun story to share. I walked out of this room and I've been listening to my cats meow outside the door because we don't like when they can't go in the room that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they decided to bring me some presents. Outside the door, on the floor, were 2 beer koozies that the cats brought upstairs from down in our kitchen. They got a hold of 2 beer koozies that were in a bag on the coffee table, and they brought them up the stairs and left them outside the door for me. So my cats are delivering beer koozies to me now.
Now, did you train them for that or did you?
Neither of us. I didn't know that was going to happen. Usually they bring chew stocks everywhere, but this was beer koozies, which actually made me really happy. Now, if I could train them to bring me beer, that'd be great.
I mean, I've seen dogs get trained for beer, so if you get them on that one, yeah.
No, I got to figure this out now.
Pretty soon they'll be like Jinxie flushing the toilet, you know.
I know.
Let's see here. I don't think you can even pump your gas in New Jersey, but yeah, with New Jersey, you can't pump your own gas, and I think it's because of the strength of the unions there in New Jersey. So it keeps people employed where they have to have people doing it for the gas station. So funny thing is, New Jersey, they have some of the cheaper gas in the country still, even though they do full service. So good for them on being able to do that, I guess. But it's protecting jobs. I mean, when you're seeing jobs get cut back, they're trying to hold on to different things. So I can't hate them for it, but it's just weird when you get out and it's like you forget you can't pump your gas in that one state. I think they're the last state where you can't pump your own gas. So breweries here, I believe they must also have food. I don't see in Connecticut, they may have a thing where you have to have food at the brewery. It makes sense to have food at the brewery because obviously if you're drinking, the food helps you to sober up and it absorbs the alcohol you're taking in. Mm-hmm. But New Jersey just doesn't see it that way as of yet. They're still having issues there. Sick and tired in the house. What's going on, my friend? Cheers, buddy. Hey, appreciate you swinging in for a bit. Yeah. Thursday night, we are back at it, and always great to see you. Kind of shooting the stuff here. About to get into beer news here in a second. I keep saying that. I'm getting all the comments. I love the comments that keep coming in. So.
I do too.
Yeah. When do you want to hang out? Let me know. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. Next time, I'll probably back up, and I might be up there for a little bit longer. It'll probably be before Christmas, I think, unless something else before then. So I'll probably come out there for a few days or something. So, yeah, definitely. Joe Canal is near Jersey Shore. Well, actually, Joe Canal has a few stores. So the one I usually go to is in Marlton. That's the one that Alex goes to for the most part, but they have them all over the state. So it's a nice chain they have. Joe Canals, and then my other store I go to, which from PA coming over to New Jersey, Roger Wilco. A lot of the PA people come into Roger Wilco because it's right across the border, and they have some pretty good deals there too. Yeah, they pump your gas and float like a butterfly, sting like a bee for the name of the beer. Oh, you weren't here. So Emerson had a question earlier, and he said, my idea is this: butterfly knife beer, high ABV, tastes like metal, like 13%. Every 4-pack comes with a little butterfly knife, unique for every month. I just need a name. What is it? So he's trying to ask what the name would be. That's his question right now for the night. So, but he's going to name it something for each month. I think you have to maybe put in Zodiac, right? Something with the astronomy thing, because you're getting a new one each month. So maybe like a Zodiac, maybe a Zodiac Monarch, like JT was saying, Monarch for the butterfly type thing. Oh, and it's a butterfly knife. So I just got done watching Twisted Metal on Peacock, but Zodiac Monarch Twisted Metal. Because you twist around the butterfly knife. That's what I'm going with. That's my final answer. Lock it in. That's what I'm going with on that one. Zodiac Monarch Twisted Metal. That's going to be the one I'm going with, and I think I like it. I think I like that one there.
Sounds good.
So, yeah. So, that's what I'm going with. Let me go back to the comments here. I got to go back down. I got to scroll up. And I got to scroll back to where I was. Free drunk driving? Wow. Oh, is that a new Uber? New Uber.
Hey, do we usually pay for that?
Yeah. Philly cheesesteaks are my goal. Yeah. Philly cheesesteaks. And everybody can put Philly cheesesteak on a Philly cheesesteak, right? So, and it's like when I went to Cincinnati, we had a place in Mal. You're probably familiar with the place, Penn Station, because I think they're out of Pittsburgh, maybe, or they do stuff. And they'd have a Philly cheesesteak. And people in Cincinnati thought that was a Philly cheesesteak. I'm like, that is not a Philly cheesesteak. That's the Penn Station version of one, but no, it's not. That's not how Philly cheesesteak is actually done. And so it's like a Philly cheesesteak out of Philly, South Jersey, because basically South Jersey is like around that area is a suburb of Philly. So
it's like when I have Chicago deep dish pizza anywhere but Chicago.
Yeah. It's not the same.
It's a version of Chicago deep dish, but it's not technically Chicago deep dish. So
yeah. You say good effort. Not there, but good effort. It's like
Yeah.
if I want a Sicilian pizza, I gotta get a Sicilian pizza up in the Northeast. I gotta be in Jersey, or I gotta be in New York, or I gotta be in Philly
Actually, I think
to
a
get a
Sicilian
Sicilian.
pizza, you'd have to go to Sicily.
Well, technically, yes, if you were
If we're
doing
being
that,
technical.
but in New Jersey and in parts of PA and New York, Sicilians came over. So by their hand, because I'm not going to Domino's, I'm not going to pizza. I'm going to a Tony's, a Sal's, a Pasquale's, a Mario's. I'm going to somebody that's actually from families from over in Sicily, and they're going to have the formula and the recipe for it. So, like I told somebody when we were up there, like when you grew up in New Jersey, like we didn't go to Domino's or Pizza Hut. Like, are you kidding me? Like we had an Amato's in our neighborhood. We had like a Sal's. We had like you didn't go to those chains. You didn't go to a Subway. Are you kidding me? You went down to Pat's. You went over to Geno's. You went over to somebody else's. You didn't go to those chain type things. That's for the rest of the country. We had the real deal. It's like the thing that makes Jersey Mike's, like when you get a Jersey Mike's Italian sub, and all these other places don't have, they have the Capicola. You don't have the Capicola, you can't make an authentic Italian sub. And you would go to a place and they're like, you have Capicola, they're like, Capa what? Like, you don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah, so I'm out because you got the fake stuff here. So yeah, you got to have all the right ingredients if you're going to do it.
It's required.
They were like, you want mayonnaise on your sub? Mayonnaise on Italian? Are you kidding me? No, it's oil and it's vinegar. Don't put no mayonnaise on an Italian sub.
No.
Where's the oregano? Where's the black pepper? Yeah. It's just,
why would you do that?
Well,
Chu gets cranky when places say they have Detroit style pizza too. He's like, okay, you cut it in a square. That is literally all you did. No, it is not. He gets so angry.
That is not Detroit style pizza, sir. Yeah, I get like Dave Chappelle or Wayne Brady. Is Wayne Brady gonna have to cut a bitch? Like, I serve it the right way. What's up, Arizona? Cheers, my friend. He's driving coffee or drinking coffee to warm up. I think he's drinking coffee to warm up, but he's in Arizona.
You're Arizona.
Why do you need to drink coffee in Arizona to warm up? You guys get a cold front
down
coming through?
your AC. Turn the AC. Don't have it so cold in there, and you won't need coffee to warm up.
I've seen the Arizona temps. You should be good. But shout out to Arizona because he's actually a Buckeye, and I saw the power rankings come out for this season, and Buckeyes are sitting at number 3, Buckeye. I believe. They're actually ahead of Alabama. So
I did not think you said Buckeye, and I got very. I thought you said he was a butt guy, and I was like, he's a. What?
I mean, I don't know his personal preference, but I know he's a Buckeye.
I was like, wow, that was a weird thing to announce to everyone. All right, so he's a butt guy. That's cool, I guess.
So we've had slight movement on the poll. So now we're 76% are for Oktoberfest and 24 for pumpkin, but pumpkin's pretty much getting crushed out there right now. So, I mean, Linus will be upset right now with the fan base because nobody's giving love for the Great Pumpkin. I'm just saying. So,
well, I had a patron come into the brewery saying, "Oh yeah, pumpkin always outsells Oktoberfest," and I'm like, "No, it really doesn't. It's just the fan base for pumpkin is noisier. You just hear about it more. But Oktoberfest outsells pumpkin by huge, massive amounts. That's insane."
Yeah. I'm going to need you to go sit in the corner and not talk to anybody while you're here.
Right? Like, you're not allowed to tell people about beer things. Go away. Oh my God.
Just observe. That's all you can do.
You're misinforming everyone ever. Stop talking. Please.
Vanessa's cat has been hunting mice constantly. If it's late 2 in the a.m., 3 a.m. each day. So she's got it. That's when the cat's hunting. Cat knows when the mice are out there trying to get food and stuff. Oh, only 1:11 today, right? Like, yeah. So, yeah.
Then you do need the coffee.
1:11 in the shade. LGT says RK used to bring dead or nearly dead things. So back, and I think I may have talked about this on one of the other shows. Like, we had a cat when we were back in college. So cats have a tendency when they actually go out and they try to chase stuff. If you have cats, maybe you've seen this, Mal. When they catch things, if they do catch things, they like to kind of show it for praise or whatever. So we had a cat in college. He came back and he's like, me and Alan at the door. He was outside. So we opened the door. He had a bird under him, right? Like, you would think the cat might have caught a bird, maybe killed this bird like that. No, the bird was still alive. So then he let the bird go. Where's the bird go? In the house. So we're trying to leave to go to class because I got like a test like at 9 o'clock. The cat shows up at 8:30. We're trying to chase this bird around. to get it out the house. And the bird, as they always do, they go to the one spot you can't reach, right? They go high up on the back cover where you can't reach them with the broom. And it took us like 15 minutes to get this damn bird out of the house. When the cat's just sitting there like watching us, just looking around like that.
Yeah.
These little fuck. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, but
Yeah, our cats are indoor cats, so they don't get to do too much actual hunting. Moth on occasion they'll
Yeah.
chase, but like I said, they bring us chews socks or their own toys a lot of the
Yeah.
time as it's like a gift almost.
Yeah.
They're helping to feed the pack. They see us as alpha and they're trying to feed us because they don't seem to think that we can feed ourselves.
Yeah.
Even though we're the ones feeding them. So they try to bring us things, but if they're going to bring me beer koozies, this is going to be a great relationship.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah. Cats are definitely smart. I remember one of my friends, I had actually watched cats a couple times when they were out of town. Cats know how much to eat. So he like, well, just if it's in there, just if it's low, just if you can refill it for us, whatever, like that, blah, blah, blah. You do that to a dog. A dog's going through everything.
Yeah.
A dog isn't going to stop. So yeah. So cats are pretty smart.
No, cats will feel full and stop eating, and they'll come back later and have some more, and they're fine.
Like they'll hit the little thing and the food will come out or whatever. But a dog, you put it all in a bowl, it's all gone. So forget about it. Yeah.
Yep.
And you got to walk. Like, why can't dogs figure out how to use a litter box? Like cats can. Like cats get a litter box, they figure it out, they go, you dump the litter box. No, dogs, you got to walk out and follow them all around and pick it up after. Like, why can't there be someone that creates a way for dogs to know? I guess it's just in their DNA on how they traditionally did things, but cats have no problem. Cats, they figured that out. I watched the Food That Built America that I talk about on some of the channels. They actually did cat food and dog food one time. They talked about on the cat food, how it actually led to them learning about the litter box because nobody knew how to get cats to go to the bathroom or whatever that. And somebody was able to come across with it, came up with Tidy Cat or whatever. But it's like, why can one species figure it out and the other one can't? So,
well, cats, even like actual big cats and stuff, they like to bury their droppings, whereas dogs not as much. And I think that just lends itself because you can have that in the house because if it's buried, it's not stinking up everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Dogs kick their legs pretty much. So
yeah,
like they kick their legs. Like, oh, there it is. They're like you find like you were golfing, you lost your golf ball. They're like the spotters. Oh, there it is. Get that shit for me.
Yep.
They look at their dog. Watch this human pick up this shit. I'm about to drop on them real quick. Oh, love full service gas stations like back in the day. Yeah, Jersey, you can still get the full station. Awesome, indeed, Alex. Indeed. Roger Wilco is pretty solid for some good stuff there. Eagle says meow. 19-pound bobtail cat. He's a bobcat. Really? You got him domesticated?
That's a heavy cat.
Yeah. When it's snowing and raining, people like guys pumping air. Yeah, well, in that case, for real, right? Hey, Sparkles, happy to see you, my friend. It's been a long time. Hopefully you're doing well. So it's pizza, not pizza, but the place it was created?
Well, if we're going that way, China created pizza, so...
China? No. China? No, it came out of Italy, right?
No, they had a thing like that on the flat pastry.
I don't think it was pizza. Like the food that built America, the food that built America, they talk about Italy being the one that created it. Are you telling History Channel is wrong?
Yes.
So now I got to Google it to see who created pizza. That would just rock the world because Rafael Esposito, the modern pizza that we know today was created by Neapolitan bakers in the early 1800s. However, the margherita pizza, which is the most popular pizza in the world, was created by Rafael Esposito, a Neapolitan pizza maker, in 1889. So where do you get to China?
Let's see. I just pulled it up.
Now it says pizza was invented around the 13th century by the ancient Greeks.
So explorer Marco Polo brought a Chinese scallion pancake with toppings on it called Kong Yu Bing to Italy in the 13th century. But I mean, there were flatbread foods all over the place already, so you could argue it back and forth. But
yeah,
I heard the story about Marco Polo though, where he brought this flatbread thing from China, and that's when pizza started in Italy.
You said Marco Polo, it made me think, like, is that how we got pizza delivery? You're like, Marco Polo, and then Marco shows up with the pizza. And we had the first pizza delivery.
It is. That is the first pizza delivery right there. Marco, we're hungry.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at here that said pizza was invented around the 13th century by the ancient Greeks. The Greeks believed that the greatest food was which contained bread and tomato. Since then, pizza has become a staple of Italian cuisine in the world. So you never know. I mean, people have different things out there. But again, 13th century BC on here. It says pizza. It also says pizza was invented in ancient Italy around 5000 BC as well. A type of flatbread that has roots in the Roman Empire and likely originated in the Middle East. So now you're pushing over towards that way towards China. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I know one thing.
I also said mentioned Persia as a possible start of it too. So,
but it's good. I'll give them that. I'll give them. But the here in the States, the big run of the pizza that was actually formulated by Pizza Hut and Domino's that kind of brought the American awareness to it and everything, which is weird because they're like, one was out of Kansas, I think, and the other one might have been out of Michigan. And it was just like, you thought it would have been New York or Jersey or somewhere because a lot of Italians were settling in.
Yeah, Domino's and Little Caesars are both Michigan.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Little Caesars though. Little Caesars always smells like feet every time I
that
smell
crazy bread is crazy good.
Now in college I enjoyed it, but I don't know. Nowadays it smells like feet every time I smell Little Caesars. It just, maybe it's just out. Yeah, I don't know. Cheers, Sparkles. You can't get real po' boy anywhere except about 60 miles around New Orleans. Yeah, we have places that do po' boys, but it's not the same as being in New Orleans for sure. But more New Jersey. There you go. I'm an Italian, so I know what you're talking about. I'm Italian. I know what you're talking about, right? Yeah. I miss my Italian food.
Italian accent there.
I grew up in Jersey, and up in New Jersey, I gotta admit, when you go to Italian restaurants, I mean, it's kind of like, you ever seen like Goodfellas and the scene when they go to Joe Pesci's mother's house and she wants to make them food in the middle of the night. But the Italian restaurants, like, you don't leave hungry. Like, they literally are so much food they put on the table in front of you, you couldn't possibly eat it all. It's just like, I miss the Italian restaurants I used to get in Jersey and stuff. But
yeah,
and then the meatball. You get a meatball, like you get some stuff with meatballs, right? It's like meatball. In New Jersey, it's like a meatball like this. Like we cooking for the Flintstones up here. What's going on?
Meatballs the size of your head.
Right. Like these are huge. Got some huge balls on you. So nobody else had that bread made with the water and humidity. That plays into it. Yeah, I made a nice batch of pizza dough last month. The dough cooked up exceptionally well. You just see a lot more restaurants that are now using the Italian wood stove ovens that they have now, more so than the regular ovens like they used to back in the day.
Yep.
Best sweet potatoes for pies are from Louisiana. Do like some sweet potatoes.
I do love sweet potato pie.
Hey, Michelle from Alex. I'm also in Arizona, remember, and we're having a monsoon season rather. Yeah, so Sparkles, we got two Arizona with her and Arizona tourists in the house. They're actually, it's weird, right? Because they had all this heat and now they're getting all this rain. And right now there's a hurricane that looks like it's going to hit. It might miss Arizona, but it's coming up through the west, picking up, but it's supposed to hit some cooler waters, but it's going to come in like over California, and it might turn in or it might go straight up towards Nevada and stuff. So be safe out there. So
I've been there in Arizona during monsoon season, and it's craziness. You see this wall of clouds coming, and then the just utter downpour, and then you have a foot of water on all the roads in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And by the next morning, it's all gone, but the whole place shuts down for like 12 hours until that water disappears into the earth. It's insane. Like, monsoon season there is crazy.
It's funny because it used to be like when we were kids, like monsoons were like overseas. Like you see monsoon, it'd be like Asia or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Now we have stuff like that being caught over here. And then we'd have like, what's not the hurricane, opposite of the hurricane, the goes the other way. The
tropical storm?
No, it's just why can't I think of it right now? It's cyclone. We used to
Oh.
never get cyclones here, but now we get cyclones over here. So the weather patterns that we used to not get before.
You froze up and you're blurry and you look funny.
Froze up because I had you froze there. Am I froze up or you froze up? Because I see. Now we're back. Are we
Yeah,
live?
now we're back.
Are we live? Like Memorex back in the day. Memorex back in the day. Is it live? Is it live? Is it live?
Can you hear me now?
So I can hear you now. But it's weird because we have different weather stuff that we didn't used to have. So,
or we just got names for it because people just accepted that it happened and didn't talk about it.
Yeah, the whole naming thing, that's another thing. Like we name like all these different storms that are coming in. It's just like it's a storm. Why does it gotta have a name for it? Like there's no personality with it. Like the hurricane, if I take California, it's like Hurricane Hillary or whatever, but it's like, why did you say a hurricane's coming? Like, why does it gotta have a name? Like we're trying to personify a freaking thing of weather. It just doesn't make any sense.
I think they did it more so that if one was like really bad, people could, say that instead of saying that one hurricane in 2019 when there were like 7 of them, you can specify. But I mean, just number it or something.
I'm pretty sure you remember the one that would just tear your shit up that badly. Yeah, I remember that one back in that. Yeah. And you could put like October hurricane tore shit up, and people will remember. You don't have to have a name for it.
Well, I went through a hurricane when I lived in the Caribbean, and I mean, I don't remember the name of it. It was a Category 3. It was very unpleasant. I was stuck in my house for 8 days without power, and when it finally stopped, my ears were ringing for 3 days because it was so loud. But I mean, like I don't remember what the name of that one was. I don't know.
Right. See, so the name was in the end being not. It was inconsequential. You didn't really need no name of it. Yeah.
Some damage, but it wasn't like a terrible one. So I don't know. It was just my only hurricane that I've been through. So I'm like, hey, neat.
Well, Big Daddy sipping an Allagash Hunted House Hobby Dark Ale, 6.66. Very nice. I do like some Allagash beers.
I do too.
Exactly. Mom and oldest sister are in Tucson. There you go. Showcase deep dish pizza rules. Or is it just deep dish? I don't know what the first one might be typo. The Silver Style traditional recognizable as a comfort beer, whereas pumpkin ales are more faddish and gimmicky. Agreed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a hoagie, not a sub. Yeah, I mean, we grew up calling it a hoagie there. It depends where you go around the country. Some call subs. Some will call it a grinder, and it's not a grinder because a grinder has a different type of bread. So my cat places the corpse at my sandals. Yeah, cats like to show off the praise of what they've done.
Yep.
Non-locals. The cat was saving that bird to play with it later. Well,
yeah,
I don't know why, because I let it go and let it in the house, and it's just like,
it thought it would fly a little and it would catch it again, and then it could let it fly a little and it'd catch it again. Like
cool. I guess we didn't tell the cat we were not in the pet collecting business when they let it go. So yeah, the cat just sitting there looking around. Tucson. I've been to Tucson before. Tucson's a nice little area. Nice. Hey, Angie's in the house. Cheers, Angie. Great to see you.
Hi.
Cheers, chatters. Angie's representing the other part of Maryland with me here. Mexican chicks might need some. I don't know about that. So, hey, Eagles is into his drinks right now. Rabbits use litter boxes too. Well,
that's fun.
I didn't know that.
I know that.
The dogs in the litter box are disgusting, right? I think they want to put their humans to work. That's what they want to do. So make them work at it. Dogs can be totally trained, but I think people just like bonded by walking their dogs. That would be interesting. Let's see here. I have a massive bobtail, but prefers laziness. He's a 19-pound bobtail.
Yeah.
He eats my good weed sometimes.
Oh, God.
Look, we all seen Cocaine Bear. Don't have like weed bobcat going on there. Leavened bread versus leavened. Call him Piggy. Google's useless as far as information, right? Well, it's just where you go to get information, whatever you're looking for, I guess. So, let's see here. Cats are cool.
Yep.
But don't forget that both potatoes and tomatoes originated in Peru. It did become common in Europe until the 17th century. Well, there you go.
Oh.
And of course, with the potatoes, it saved a lot of Irish lives, too, when they had the famine and stuff over there.
Yep.
Played 2 holes of golf today. Well, you kind of were distracted, I'm sure, when you were out there.
Well, yeah, he had good shots, remember?
Yeah. Loved China pizza. Teabag
Nice.
paper pat and using hemp fibers was here in the early 30s with our paper mill in town. Fun fact. That is true. You never leave. Yeah, you never leave hungry when you go to a good Italian restaurant. And that's one thing about the Northeast too, the diners. You get the diners up there, and the diners like just load you up with a bunch of stuff. And it's like, you get something, it's like hanging off the plate with so much food they give you. I'm gonna go live and promote your time. Well, I appreciate that, Eagles.
Nice.
Making meatballs tomorrow. Vess makes some pretty good meatballs. He does a lot of good stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
Wood burning ovens for the win. Yeah, they're so popular now. BC's in the house. Cheers, BC. Doing great, my friend. Hopefully you are as well. Another great channel. Check out BC.
Oh, sorry.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Lightning and thunder. What was that movie with The Rock and Scott Williamson? The Rundown. You ever see The Rundown?
Mm-mm.
And it was like The Rock was in it. He was chasing Scott Williamson, the guy from American Pie or whatever. And I had to bring him back because he had a bounty on him. And he tried to fight. He tried to fight The Rock. And he'd be like, "You ready for this? Bless you, bless you."
Goodness.
One more? Can I get one more? Can I get one more? Can I get one more? One
I
more?
hope not. I don't want to see it anymore.
And he'd be like, "You want a little bit of lightning? Or maybe you want a little bit of the thunder?" And he would go like, "Bless you." There's the third. And the fourth. There we go.
What is wrong with me?
So you got the sneezes right now, folks.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
It's going off camera to sneeze. In the Queen Creek, Santan Valley. Cyclone, Yeah, it used to be like we rarely ever had like that because it turns a different way from a cyclone. 1992 was epic for winter in Tucson. Rivers were flowing above ground for the first time in 100 years. Living here 19 years from Connecticut. Oh, I didn't know you were in Connecticut before. That's where Vanessa is. Nice. Jersey Shore pizza rocks. Yeah. Get some of that salt taffy down in the shore too. Because we don't say the beach. It's the shore. Going down to the shore, not the beach. Just if you're ever in Jersey, don't confuse it. You go to the shore, you don't go to the beach. I hear you both and see you both. Well, thank you, Sparkles. Appreciate that.
I'm sorry you had to listen to my sneezing then.
Oh, no. We all sneeze, Abraham, too. I thought I was moving to a desert. Dang, it rained torrential amounts that year. Supposed to be the desert. Why we have so much rain? Hey, Roger, I'm Italian. That's why I call myself the land shark. And Alex is the beer master. Alex is the mayor of his area. So when I got a chance to meet with Alex, everybody knew who Alex was. He was the man walking around. I was walking with royalty when I was up there. It was awesome. Yes, Alex. Lived in Tucson at 2 different times. Called a grinder, not a sub or a hoagie. It depends where you're at. Grinder's a different type of bread they use for grinders that I've seen versus the hoagie versus the sub. Hoagie, hoagie is definitely, that's Northeast. That's Jersey right there, a hoagie.
I'm sorry, I have Lunch Lady Land by Adam Sandler stuck in my head now. Hoagies and grinders, navy beans, meatball sandwich. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe. Yeah, it's gonna be stuck in my head now.
One is also a website too, not the other. But yeah.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Yeah, bless you, Mallory. And Sparkle said bless you, Mallory.
Oh, thank you.
So, woo, man. Y'all got me talking up here like crazy. Y'all got me talking more than Blake on Blake TV right now. So let's jump into beer news because I haven't got the chance to get to the beer news yet. I only got one question even out on the beer stuff. I was supposed to go to beer news a while ago, right? So let's see here. Beer news coming right up. Using those high-end graphics yet again. What y'all think about that? So
beautiful.
There was actually a good amount of beer. I don't know if we'll get through all the beer news because we do want to wrap up here at the latest by 11. But obviously, over the last week or so since I did the last broadcast, we had the 2023 Goose Island Bourbon County beer lineup was announced. And guess what, y'all? I got a graphic for you, too.
Ooh.
And out those interns, pretty much nothing. But we do have the interns that are putting stuff together. So, bam, here are the 2023 Goose Island Bourbon County beer lineup. And what we're looking at on the beers themselves, you have the original stout, the Eagle Rare 2-year reserve stout, Angel's Envy
Oh,
finished
right.
stout, Bananas Foster stout.
Oh,
That's,
yum.
that's right. I said Bananas Foster stout. Yeah, and then you have the Backyard Stout and the Proprietor Stout. Now, here's the sad thing in the Proprietor Stout: you will not probably get that unless you're in Chicago, like Malice. So that's a Chicago only type thing. But this is the lineup that we have upcoming. Any feedback you have on the Mal? Anything that kind of grabs your attention?
Well, the Bananas Foster, of course.
I think that's definitely one that definitely jumps out there as well. And
And the Angel's Envy one is kind of fun. That excites me a bit. I really want to try that.
yeah, well, the Eagles Rare sounds like it could be interesting too. So
Yeah.
that could be one to definitely check out also.
Mm-hmm.
So these will all come out Black Friday. So you can definitely check out online what is being offered where and look to get your stuff in there. So make
I'll
sure
have to get signed up for the drawing again, see if I can get my pack. So
there you go. There you go.
yep.
And then also we had Todd and Shannon pop in here. So got Todd and Shannon join us. Welcome, my friends. Great to have you here.
Hello.
What's going on? What was that? Shannon got the Grace Butler little raspy thing going on. What's happening over there?
A little bit.
Go ahead and say it, Shannon. Say something. Come on. Say something.
I've just been talking too much, I guess.
No, you never.
And the shit kicker is she's got the wedding on Saturday that she's doing, so she's got to get.
Yeah, I'm ordaining a wedding on Saturday. So
your first one?
Yeah.
Your first one? Oh,
Probably
wow. Shannon the preacher going to be ordaining a wedding.
The person who doesn't even like marriage, so.
Hey, I'm a very supportive friend. It's about them, not me.
I figured I'd go with Grace Butler because I didn't want to go with Froggy from the Little Rascals. So I felt Grace Butler would be a little bit better.
Whatever.
But I like it.
Froggy's
A little bit of
good,
scratchiness
though.
in there. Yeah.
Froggy is pretty good, though.
It takes more than that to insult me.
Oh, so we're doing the beer news right now. So that's the next thing. We had the Bourbon County.
Oh, the Bourbon County. That's pretty sweet. The Bananas one for sure. Like you all said, like Bananas one for sure.
What I'm wondering is what the cost and stuff will be for this one. But
no.
There's nothing that was big like last year when I got the anniversary ale. So these will kind of, I'm thinking the price range will go from that $10.99 for the basic up probably through the 20s or so.
Or more, maybe.
Maybe high 20s for like that Eagle 2 Rare or something like that, 2-year rare. But Angel's Envy, I think Angel's Envy be around 20 possibly.
And Mal, the three of us she's the only one who can be able to get the.
She can only get the prop one, yeah.
Yeah, the prop.
Now, the one thing that was brought up because Kyle, our buddy Kyle at No Hype Beer Reviews, was talking about what he's disappointed with not having a coffee stout this year, not having a wheat wine this year. Like he feels like they should offer, or a barley wine. Like they should offer one of those each year. They can alternate and whatever, but we don't have those coming out this year.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But I still got like Bourbon County I haven't even drank from the last few years. So
I still
kind of like
a Bourbon County that's in the 12-ounce bottles when they used to come in the 4-pack, like from 2014, I think it was.
Okay. Well, they brought those back last year.
Before they went to the bigger bottles.
They brought those back last year. They had the 12-ounce bottles because I saw those here too. But
I never saw those here though.
It was limited. Goose Island is funny. Like I know it was like some places. Like I was talking to BJ. We were talking about Joe Canals earlier in New Jersey. He's like dealing with them anymore because it's like they didn't get any Goose Island last year because they said we don't sell enough regular Goose Island IPA or whatever stuff that we're not going to send you any.
Yeah, right.
So they're only sending it to people that are actually moving products. So
that's my buddy that used to own the liquor store here. But always say he's like, you don't buy enough of the regular stuff. I only get like maybe a case of it.
Yeah.
But instead of selling it, he would hold it back and have a Black Friday drawing. So all the barrel aged stuff he'd get throughout the years, he'd hold it back.
Yeah.
So you'd do a drawing that day and you'd go, and get a ticket. It didn't cost anything.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to buy whatever, but the first person drawing got their choice of I think it was 5 beers you could draw from. So it could be Bourbon County regular or the whatever he got, that he didn't do a like a line or whatever for the Bourbon County only. It was everything involved. And it was everything throughout the year. He'd hold back and wouldn't put out during, in the store when you got the release of it, which was cool.
But the thing I was going to say with Mal, obviously it's up to Mal to kind of do it, but if you reach out to Goose Isle because you're in Chicago, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they usually team up with a lot of social media people there to get them like the 6-pack of stuff. So I know Afro Beer Chick got it the last few years, and I told Dave this before with Beer in Front, like you're right there, like if you get connected with them, then gives you a chance to actually check out stuff too. So
right.
media people. Alex says it's only 9:51 today, Roger. I think you had a little bit of time for 11 o'clock. Alex, my chat gets crazy, man. I try to read the news and go to the chat. We started going earlier, 45 minutes, and we still were running late. Like,
right,
Poor buddy.
But I appreciate the optimism as always, Alex. I'm trying to keep up as much as I can. Eagle said hot chew because Mallory had a little bit of a sneeze.
I had a sneeze attack. It was terrible.
Bourbon's in the house. Cheers, Bourbon. Great to see you, my friend.
Bourbon.
Mr. Bounty. Alex said, I'm going to try to get that, Rajay. That would be so cool. The Banana Foster Stout, I would love to. Yeah, I'm all about the Banana Foster Stout for sure.
Oh,
I bet that one would probably be like $45 or something.
Yeah, depending. Yeah. Bumpy's in the house. Cheers, Bumpy.
So they're
$45.
going to jack it up.
Make sure y'all check out Bumpy. Always some good stuff too.
2 years ago.
You know what? I was thinking the other day, I haven't had a Sloppy Joe in a while. I actually enjoy Sloppy Joe. That's one of those sandwiches I enjoy, but you just don't like restaurants don't really serve Sloppy Joes as much.
No.
Sloppy Joe.
What do they have? Why do we have you're the second cafeteria woman reference? Mal just did that a little bit ago.
Hoagies and grinders.
That's what I think of every time. It's an Adam Sandler. Automatic.
R.I.P. to Chris Farley, by the way. Yeah.
What he would do. Yeah, I guess that's what he did at Almost
Take that weed.
Wish.
What's up, Rod? Dee Dee's in the house. Cheers. Cheers.
Double
yeah, I had a blast meeting Dee Dee a few weeks back when we got together. That was fun.
I saw your pictures. That was cool.
Yeah. We hung out for a few hours and had some beers at one of the local spots and got a chance to meet his wife and daughter. So they were up and it was a good time. We had a good blast. It's fun. And I love being able to meet with people and everything. So we had a great time. True that, legendary. True that. I always thought you started earlier to have some extra party time. Yeah. Well, I started earlier thinking we might slow it down on the back end, but that we've been trying to do that, but sometimes it still doesn't work. But we're trying.
I know the last time we were on 2 weeks ago, we actually did cut off at 11.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
It was tough though. It was a hard stop and it was tough.
Yeah,
it was tough for me to do that.
Okay, Big Daddy Mojo has me laughing, man. It's really funny. My dad called Chew for the first few months when he met him. He was like, "Hey, Bad joke.
Well played.
Oh yeah.
Give me double sandwich and Dr. Pepper, and I make it snappy. I never even had a double sandwich. Love it. Eagles trying to sub to people, so if y'all want to let them know. Hey, Rob, I'm going to send you a link so you can join Alex Branson. Well, I got to get up in the morning. That's why I try to end it early because I can't go to the live stream. So, so I'm not like just in a zombie mode when I get to work. All right, so back to beer news. So for you old school people out there that remember, we got Pabst is bringing Old Style Pilsner back to La Crosse, Wisconsin. So
nice.
Old Style is one of the old school beers from back in the day. They're going to be bringing it back alive. So if you were a fan of the old Style or you wanted to try the old Style because you heard about it over the years, it'll be coming back here shortly.
I didn't know it went away. I thought you still could get it.
Well, I used it when the BrewTubers were in town for the Chicago Handshake, Old Style and Malort.
Well, they're bringing it back to brew in La Crosse, Wisconsin. So I think they had it somewhere else, but they're bringing it back to where it had its roots and stuff.
Because we couldn't get it for a while here, and her dad. I remember her dad one day was like, "I want Old Style. Just give me a case of Old Style." And we could get it in Kentucky, but we couldn't get it in Indiana. And now they sell it here.
Yeah.
So I was just curious when you said it. I was like, I thought they was still making it. I didn't know that was. I thought it made it later. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Emerson says this just in Sloppy Joe Sammy's just bought out by Phil's Filthy Whores. Don't know if it's still a restaurant. So there you go.
Right. That sounds like a Yeah, sounds like a cool restaurant, actually.
I know, right?
Like, stay tuned on that one there. Lunch Mob in the house here. Anybody have ever tasted by a fat man in a trench coat asking for a friend? No, but I'm surprised.
actually
What the fat man was actually running?
Yeah,
Because usually you can only go a couple steps if they're fat, so they can't go too far.
yeah, but I don't run, so it was problematic.
Oh,
Close
wow.
race. It was a close race then.
But I have had that happen. I was fine, but yeah.
See, he says I have a trench
Was
coat.
he wearing a trench coat?
Maybe he's running for the bus. Let's see here. So here in Baltimore, they're going to have the inaugural Baltimore Brewing Day to celebrate the history of Baltimore beer. That takes place this August 19th, which is a Saturday at Peabody Heights Brewery. Doesn't really apply to many people, although I may try to get down there if I have some time, and I might shoot some video on it. But back in the 1900s, apparently Baltimore had a pretty good beer scene on stuff they were doing. So if I get some history, I will actually go share that out for you guys as well. And where's the one thing? I'm going to slide the one story up to now, if I can find it. I got really too much stuff on here. All right, let's slide this up. So today, August 17th, we talked about this earlier, Mal. So August 17th today marks the first annual National Hazy IPA Day. Not your standard meal IPA Day, Hazy IPA Day. So Sierra Nevada wanted to create Hazy IPA Day to celebrate the craft beer community and the Hazy IPA style as a whole. Why do we need it for the Hazy? We don't have a West Coast IPA Day.
There
We don't
will
have
be.
an East Coast IPA Day.
Yeah, there will be.
We don't have a sour IPA Day. But all of a sudden, Haze Boys want the Hazy IPA Day. So
Yep.
not that we need another day to have a reason to drink anyway.
You're
But
right.
if you are having Hazy IPA, and if you're on Untapped and you do check in your Hazy IPA, you'll probably get a little sticker there as far as National Hazy IPA.
How many days do you think you could actually fill day by day with the different types of beers there are? Categories, or hazy.
If you took all
Whatever.
the different beer styles and gave it a day,
Yes.
I think you would
mean-
probably, and maybe Mal, I don't know if you're thinking of a different number, but I'm going to say probably somewhere between 150 to 200.
That's what I was thinking, like 150 or
Yeah.
so. I didn't know for sure.
If you gave each beer style a day, you would have an option for that. So
I mean, IPAs alone would take you a whole month to get through, if not
At
more.
least.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, like a couple weeks ago, we were talking about IPAs, how many there were. Now it's like they have 44 different IPAs
I was at 44. Oh, wow.
that
okay.
we're getting
That
credit.
almost
So
takes-
yeah.
almost
Well,
takes
every day
2%.
is National Beer Day for me. So
Yeah. I mean, any day that ends in Y is a good beer day. That's all I'm saying. So yeah.
True.
As always, a little Bud Light news, right? So we get into
Oh,
a little
yeah.
Bud Light. So
It never
So
died.
this is like
Oh.
this in itself is like a calamity to me because I think it's hilarious the way it looks. The Washington Commanders, so it used to be the Redskins, right? They're embracing Bud Light as an official beer partner, even though the boycott looming over the name change. So you got a team that had to fight through being a racist name that's now taking on a beer that's under fire for being the whole LGBT. I find there's like a amount of jokes in there that just make it funny in itself, just to share that out there. Like, they're like, oh, we're going to take over with Bud Light, which I don't know. It's just the way I was reading it. It hit me kind of funny, so I thought I'd share that there. So if you are a Commanders fan, but if you don't like Bud Light, I don't know what you're going to do because Bud Light's the official sponsor now with the Commanders. So y'all go deal with it. I don't really watch the NFL as much, but it's just funny. I thought it was hilarious to share. That's all I was looking at. No comment.
Not necessarily about that, but also related to Bud Light. So if anyone has a comment on this, go ahead.
No, I'm kind of thinking like in those regards, why is the Indianapolis Indians still the Indians?
Who's the Indianapolis Indians?
They're up in Indianapolis. They used to be Cleveland, I think. For a while they were the Reds farm system. And
Oh,
they're
they're the baseball team. Okay.
They're AAA, but they're still
Okay.
the Indianapolis Indians.
I
The
didn't even know
Redskins
about
had to
them.
change, and Cleveland had to change, so they're still the Indians. So why is that? Because they're not mainstream, I guess. Maybe is that why?
I think nobody knows. I never heard of the team, but I'm sure somebody watching now was fired an email in the morning. Why are you guys still the Indians?
Yeah, there you go. I'm like, hey, how's this work? Yeah, I know why. They sell Bud Light, so therefore they just get a pass all the way around.
You didn't get the memo about Cleveland? Like, why are you guys still the Indians? Like, I cracked open another beer, by the way, folks. I'm doing the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel. Imperial.
Ooh, I did a beer too. I have double Oak Dope. This is from Liquid Love Brewing Company, which is where Chew works.
Nice.
This is a IPA with Cashmere, Mosaic, and Strata hops. Cashmere is my favorite hop, and Mosaic is Chew's favorite hop, and so this is like our beer right there. So yay!
I feel like anytime I hear Cashmere, I think of the song. I just do. It pops in my head every time I hear Cashmere. Nobody's got to be singing it. It just pops in my head.
What pops in your head?
Cashmere. She had Cashmere hop, but I think of the song Cashmere.
Oh, and this is an 8%.
Yeah.
I might if I heard it.
Well, I ain't gonna sing it because it's a good song. I don't want to mess it up. So yeah.
Come on, Barry White, sing it, Barry.
JT. Oh, so it's funny, right? So funny thing about the Barry White thing. So last week, as you guys know, I was at the work conference and stuff, and so we were asking questions. They passed around a microphone. So they gave me a microphone, and I was like, and everybody's like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I used my Barry White voice there. Everybody started cracking up in the room. I'll be doing Lou Rawls at dinner, and then I asked them questions.
Like, don't tease us, Rod. Don't tease us.
People were like, I didn't know your voice could go that low. Like, yeah.
I want to add one thing for the Bud Light news, if that's okay.
Okay.
The heir to Anheuser-Busch, he made an offer to buy back Bud Light. He's, saying, sell me Bud Light, and he says he'll make it great again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, I'm assuming that's a super snarky thing to do.
And it comes with a bag of Cheetos.
I thought that was very
$18 million.
very funny.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're not done with the Bud Light news yet because I do have some more. No, you're fine. No, you're good. I didn't have that one in it, but I do have some more Bud Light stuff or Anheuser-Busch stuff related to that as well. And let me see. I was just checking the comments real quick. Let me see. Burton, I'm going to hang out for a bit. Well, we appreciate that, my friend. Eagle says, great fun tonight. Thank you. Yeah, we try to do every Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. We get these going unless something preempts the program. Let me see here. Whoopsie, was that you asking if that was JT in the trash? He says, I doubt it. I don't get to your part of town much. So there you go. It's also National Rock Beer Month for the 10th month in a row. I think it's just in JT's house right there. Let me see. PBR. Citaspel bourbon. Yeah, definitely. Just don't take off your shoes. Perfect Crabbin beer. National Beer Day, and I don't have a beer. Well, just hazy IPA day. Only hazy IPA gets to be celebrated today.
So I didn't even know that myself.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
which is funny. 2 weeks ago was National IPA Day.
I know, yes.
Which was hilarious because the Canadian guys were saying IPA Day, and I was like, I think it's just national in the States, but you can join in. I mean, but it was just funny. Like, I guess everybody gets IPA today. It's like Oprah, you get IPA, you get IPA, you get IPA.
You get one.
Yeah, next Cinco de Mayo will be very quiet around here, I think.
Not a Commanders fan, but glad to see the horrible owner go get the fight. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Dan Snyder, but Magic Johnson's one of the owners now. He's got a championship from being with the Lakers as a player, championship as one of the owners with the Dodgers, and maybe he'll turn around Washington as well. We'll have to see. ESG scores, it will destroy American life. I don't know what that is. Wish I had a beer, Bourbon said. Wish you were beer. That's on a lot of t-shirts out there. We are just still Chiefs and the Braves. I guess you could read those names in some of the races. Just a time out. The Chiefs, they actually met with Native Americans out there, and the Chiefs wasn't seen as kind of being a slight, and I think the Braves weren't either. But it's like the Seminoles. I know in Florida, down in Florida State, they're not like the Seminole tribe getting the permission to go ahead and use that. So it all depends. But I know the chop thing was something of a sore spot for some people.
Yeah.
I am losing guts, River says. Hello. Hey, Jonathan House, the Steel Brewed and Review. What's going on, my friend? Y'all haven't checked out John. Check him out. He does coffee, beer, and he does liquor and
Yeah.
wine. Anything that can be drank, he does.
He does
So,
it.
yeah. Yeah. Newsflash, Bud Light has never been great. Is that a newsflash?
Gets the job done, I guess, maybe. at
He
times.
distills. Yeah, sometimes. So on the beer news, so they did a survey. Nearly 20% of beer drinkers still won't buy Bud Light, apparently. So it's still, but it used to be like 30%, I think. So it's coming down. It's actually getting better. There's another piece that came out saying it's getting better for sales on it. But Anheuser, Bev, and Busch had to do some different things to get things back on track. So one of them, Breckenridge, now has returned to the craft category after being sold from AB and Bev to Tilray. So
Huh?
Tilray picked them up. Now they're craft beer again. I don't know if people realize Breckenridge at one point wasn't craft beer because
I did not realize that.
I don't
It's the
think
brew-
anybody can keep up with any of them anymore.
it's the Brewers Association rules, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what was that movie, Dual Rules or something like that and everything? Like just like this. Yeah. So, but also other A and B Bev brands sold to Tilray include Shock Top, Blue
Oh.
Point, 10 Barrel, Red Hook, Widmer, Square Mile, and Highball. So all of these will now go into the craft beer category. Well, not probably Square Mile because they're cider, and I don't know about Highball Energy, but the other ones technically would now be craft beer. So Blue Point and them weren't before. Which Blue Point had some pretty decent beers. 10 Barrel I've never really been impressed with as much, but I do like some Red Hook. Widmer was okay as well. So just
I'm glad you showed that up because I knew they sewed off some branches, but I wasn't sure exactly what fell into that category.
Yeah. So they got them switching over. So that'll be things that you'll see out there. So, and I don't know if it's an offshoot of them having to shake things up from the money they took for a hit off of Bud Light. Overall, AB and Bev has still actually had a pretty good year. But again, it's just like they broke their pinky with Bud Light, but the other 9 fingers are working fine. So,
So what's the main beer for Tilray or Tilroy or whatever?
I don't
What
think
is
they have
that?
a main one. They're like just a craft dessert. I mean, now it'll be Breckenridge will probably be one of their top dogs
Okay.
with them coming over. Yeah.
I don't know if there was a big name that they were.
I don't think they had a huge name. I think they had a bunch of little ones. I think they had a bunch of little ones together and stuff. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
then Breckenridge, Blue Point, 10 Barrel, I can see them being like big names for them. Red Hook, a lot of people know Red Hook, so I think that'll be huge out of Washington. So yeah. So I'm all down with this because I tell you, I hate tipping. Not that I hate the tip. I just wish they would just put the cost and I can just pay one thing and be done with it.
Yeah.
So in Michigan, in Royal Oak, Michigan, one of the breweries there, North End, their tap room, they're going to self-serve taps, food, and no tipping. So basically, everything's kind of cooked into everything you're doing there. I don't know, the self-serve taps, I kind of like that because you can experiment and get what you want. I don't know if it's going to hurt having workers there for that, but what are your guys like? What do you guys think about that? Like, are you big fans of tipping? Are you against tip? Like, not against tipping, but
So
you guys have it all together and not have to tip and worry about it and just pay the up costs?
So there's a brewery up in Bloomington here in Indiana that they upscaled to they raised their price of what they paid their employees to I think it was $17 an hour. This is a couple of years ago, but no tipping. So it was all included. So they raised the price of all their food by $1 or the drinks by $1. It wasn't much, but it was no tipping, and they paid their employees, a decent salary as opposed to with the tipping and whatever. So I'm not really sure. I like that actually. I kind of would rather it be that way, so you don't have to it's all included, inclusive
Right.
kind of thing.
Well, and that's the thing. It's I don't mind tipping, but the way, I'm a good tipper. Just because I'm they might be having a bad day, unless they're just total assholes.
Yeah,
Right.
she used to do that.
Yeah, I
so-
used to waitress a million years ago. But now it's you're not just tipping your server. It all goes into a pot. And so you might be tipping somebody that's horrible. I feel like the tip should go to the person you are tipping. But
Right,
also, yeah. Also
Not all
understand
places
why they do
that,
that.
though. I mean, not all places do tip pooling. The places I've worked for tips recently,
Mhm.
it's not tip pooling. You get your own tips, but there's a small percentage that goes to the bartender who's making
The
all the drinks.
busser.
There's a small
Right,
percentage
right.
that goes to the kitchen for the food sales.
Right.
Tiny little percents go away, but
Right.
I keep my tips, and I like
I was-
getting the tips. I'm grateful for them because I get paid $7.80 an hour, and they help
Right, yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
However, when Chu and I open a brewery, we intend to pay proper living wages and have benefits for our employees. That is something that we really, really want to do. So yeah, we're working towards that goal. But at the moment, I mean, if I didn't get tips, I couldn't survive.
Right.
So yeah,
Fistful, where we go to sometimes, they pay their wait staff, their bartenders, a decent wage. You know, I don't know. It wouldn't be decent if you didn't get tips, but they pay $12, $14 an
I think
hour.
it's like 14 something an hour.
Then plus the tip.
tips. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, most of them get paid like $3 an hour, and then are totally dependent on the tips.
Now, before her and I got together, I was like, I always kind of thought like waitressing is kind of like sales. If you're not good, like you're just gonna get what you know, bad day or not, you're still at your job. Like I don't know if you're having a bad day. Like if you're giving me shitty service, I'm gonna tip you accordingly.
Yeah.
And I feel like the better you are, the more you're gonna get. And I wasn't afraid to get, I was gonna give them what they deserve. But there was many times where even when we were dating or whatever, it was like that service was not good. They're not getting 20% or 25% or whatever just because that's what you should give them. I'm like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like I paid a decent amount of money for this meal. I'm not giving them just because, like, I can't help that their boyfriend broke up with them or girlfriend broke up with him or whatever.
If the cook is doing a bad job or they're understaffed or those are things they can't control.
That's true, but it's also not the tenant's fault either, though. Like it's not my fault going there that they can't,
Right, I'm not going to go broke giving them a tip.
No, like, I understand that, but I'm just saying that it shouldn't be so free willing as they still should somewhat work for it, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like it shouldn't just automatically be,
Yeah, because I'm like, if they did an excellent job, then I would tip them even more.
Right. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
I'm going to let y'all carry the conversation for a second because I'm going to go to the bathroom. So continue with the tip dialogue if you like, or any other topic you may have.
Go take
Yeah, I'll be back.
It looks like Fruity Pebbles. Doesn't the shirt look like the Fruity Pebbles?
Bet, yeah.
So I'm trying to write, like, I probably will just give this to them because I don't want it to be too cheesy. So I'm like trying to add like a little special thing into the wedding or personal, like what I've seen with them, but I don't want to get carried away.
It's gonna happen.
I'll probably cry. I probably won't be able to hold it together.
Yeah. Try to keep it together. Make it funny. Throw in a couple little funny things.
I just want to be able to talk Saturday.
Oh, I'll be able to talk. I'll be all right.
Well, you should be reserving your voice and having some tea with honey right now. Just so you know.
I'll make big poster boards like on Love Actually.
You just hold them up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'll work.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
As long as they have a videographer. If they don't have a videographer, that might not work as well.
Well, it's gonna be. I doubt it because it's just gonna be a small,
it's a
like his mom and dad backyard kind of thing. So yeah.
Gotcha.
It's probably gonna be us and like.
I would not be
15 other people.
I would not be appropriate in a church. No.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah. Would not be appropriate in a church.
I'm so glad you clarified that for us because I'm not sure everyone knew that already.
Yeah, right. Just to throw it out there.
Some people are slow learners.
Well, that's why Chu and I got married at a whiskey distillery. We knew better.
There you go. And that's why we got married in Vegas, I think.
And our unity ceremony almost didn't happen because our officiant forgot to bring a bottle opener.
Oh no!
Yeah, our unity ceremony. I'm a whiskey drinker, and Chu loves pumpkin beer, so we did pumpkin beer with Fireball whiskey, and the pumpkin beer was not a twist off. And so he pauses and he looks at the bottle. He realizes he can't open it. He turns to the crowd. He's like, does anyone have a bottle opener? And everyone kind of chuckles, thinking he's joking. And I turned and I'm like, seriously, my family and his family, and no one has a bottle opener right
Yeah,
now?
right.
Are
You
you
don't keep-
kidding me?
You don't keep
Well,
one on the
somebody's got
keychain?
keys out
I always
there.
have one on the keychain.
Well, someone
Right,
should have,
yeah.
but his cousin ended up opening the bottle with his Bic lighter.
Yeah,
So-
that can work.
For,
End of a
for
table
a
can also
ceremony.
work too. End of the table,
Yeah.
put it down and slam. Yeah, you
right,
can do it that way too. Yeah.
So yeah, our unity ceremony, instead of lighting candles or doing the sand art or the whatever, we had a cocktail.
So I take it Chew wasn't a Boy Scout then because he wasn't prepared.
He had a lot on his mind that day, I think.
Maybe just a little. Just a little. He was trying to remember your name. He was trying to remember your name. So
Well, yeah,
Very true. Very true.
but he also forgot to bring Kleenex, and he should have because he was crying.
is he a baller? He was a baller.
Oh yeah, he did. He did cry.
You mean he was crying and you wasn't?
I cry at the drop of a hat in general, but I spent $180 on airbrushed makeup, and I kept
You
that in the
went
back of my
crying. Oh my
mind to stop
God,
myself
yeah.
from crying.
That wasn't gonna melt off your face.
So I managed to not cry, which was good because weddings are so darned expensive. It's ridiculous.
I'd be crying. Yeah, you cry over the money. Yeah, I cry.
I mean,
over
that
the
was 4
Yeah,
years
right.
ago.
money.
That was 4 years ago, and we're
And all
still
we got
paying
is
it
Bud
off.
Light to drink.
we got.
Yeah, that was 4 years ago, and we're still paying it off. So
Like we're down to Milwaukee's best. What do we have here? So Big Daddy had asked, "How do you not have beer in the house?"
Yeah.
Like, Bever's like, "I'm losing my guts by laying off the beer." So he's trying to drop the belly there. I won't buy Bud Light because not because of some ad, but because it's crappy beer. It's awful stuff. Yeah, the taste isn't great with it. I like no tip in, provide the workers get some benefits as well, but it's going to take some getting used to.
yeah,
I worked in the industry for years, but was never paid more than $2 an hour. No benefits. It sucked. That's why I tipped standard. They were good. I slip them cash to pocket. I tip my busser and sometimes the bartender, but never the kitchen. But this was back in the 80s and 90s. Pay them and then work it out to the quality of the restaurant or bar. It shouldn't be expected. There you go, Z Divils. And welcome, Z Divils. Appreciate you. I get tipping. My low is 20, but they have to earn it. I've had the same church keep bottle opener my keys since 1991. And I was a pigeon scout. I lasted halfway through the trials. So there you go. Yeah, I feel like with tipping, and right now tipping's out of control. Like the hotel I stayed in, which was one of the Marriott hotels, and I didn't even need. I was only there for a few days, so I didn't really need housekeeping to come change anything. But they had a sign on there, about tipping your housekeeping. Like, when did that become a thing?
Yeah, I have never done that.
I've never seen. But I guess some people kind of do that, and it's like
I should have in the past, but I didn't.
But I don't know why you would. I mean, it's just like, unless you're getting something special, like if you call room service or you have somebody carry your bag.
Yeah.
If you're doing anything special, why would you? It's like you go to Jersey Mike's and they ask for a tip on their thing. And I'm like, if I don't tip at Subway, why would I tip at Jersey Mike's? You guys are both making sandwiches. You know what I mean? I don't tip at McDonald's. I don't tip at, go to
We're getting
Starbucks.
carried away.
I don't tip at Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Why would I tip at Starbucks? It's just
Right.
like,
It's like, do you tip at the counter? Like, really? You're
I
just doing what you're supposed to do. Like, you're not.
So it's funny. We were in Jersey this weekend. We stopped at McDonald's, right? And I got a sandwich, whatever. And it was only like 6 cents back, or whatever. So it was like $2. It was like $1.94 to $2. And the guy was like, "Well, do you want your change back?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I guess I want my. I mean, I don't. Is that something where people don't give change? They don't take their change down at McDonald's. They just let them keep it or something? Like, why wouldn't I want my change back?
Yeah, right.
I'm like, can you not do the math? Or is it something where people are kind of just leaving their change? Again, it wasn't anything, but it's just like, what's taking place out there nowadays? Like, is that going to their little tip jar if people don't take their change? Is it like the whole Richard Pryor Superman thing where they're trying to get the half cents off of stuff? Like, what is happening?
well, when I drop a
Well,
tab off at a table and they put cash on, when I drop a tab off at a table and they put cash on there,
Yeah.
as soon as I walk up and pick it up, I always say, "I'll bring your change. I'm bringing your change right now." And
Yeah.
if they tell me, "Oh, no change necessary," that's great. But I always say, "Oh, I'm bringing you your change," because,
Yeah.
duh, like,
Yeah,
I don't
But that's a
assume
good
that's
way
for me.
to-
I never
Yeah.
would assume that's for me.
right.
So, and I've had tables that I busted tail for who did not tip. I've had that happen several times, and it sucks. But I've made it a point. I'm very, very specific on this, and I think I'm the only one at my place that does it. But I don't look at what the tips are until at all. I'll look at the very end of my shift, like what the total amount is. But for each table, I don't pay attention to what the tip is, because if I notice that someone didn't tip me, I might remember their face and treat them differently next time, and I would never want to do that. I want to give good customer service no matter what.
True.
So I choose not to look at what they've tipped.
And it could also influence how you treat the next table. If you're pissed off,
it very well could.
Then it can influence your mood.
And carry on. Yeah.
Well, I had a table of 11 where the toddler had explosive diarrhea. We had to throw out like several of our things. It was a bad situation, and they left in a rush, and it was $160 tab, and they did not tip.
Oh God!
Oh wow!
And
wow!
I was a little disappointed in that one because I was bringing them rags and trying to help them clean up and all this stuff, and I was a little disappointed on that one, but it happens. And if they came back, I'm not going to treat them differently. I'm going to treat them just as well, because I have pride in who I am and what I do.
Yes.
So,
you're better than me. I'd be like, oh, you cheapskate, motherfucker.
I'd be like, oh, I'm busy. Somebody else take this group right here. I ain't got time. I'm with you, right? I'd be like, no, sorry.
But Didi's point there, just like when you go to a cafe, order pre-made donut, drip coffee, and they spin the tablet around, and a tip may use a big bowl format. Come on, just put it in the price. Say, I'm not going to tip you on something like that. You're reaching over.
That's what I'm saying. Like those kinds of things. Like I always struggle. Like
they take it too far.
Do I tip or not? Yeah. Like the other day when I went and picked up pizza, or we went and stopped and picked up pizza, so I gave them a couple bucks, but I'm like, they didn't do anything but bring the pizza out. Do I give them anything or not? I felt bad for not giving them. So I gave them like $2.
Well, I used to not tip.
It was like $23 or whatever. I'm like,
I used to not tip when I would do pickup on stuff, because I'm coming in, I'm picking up food if I called in to pick it up.
Right.
But then, like talking to a couple of my friends that work in the industry, they actually have to put the order together and kind of do that stuff. You're picking it up, they're still taking time. So I was like, okay, so I'll put like 15% or something like that, because they put it together type thing. But it's kind of.
That's kind of way
awkward type things. Like, like now, like I ride in an Uber, it's like 15, 20. Like, what do I tip to? Like, I mean, obviously gas is up, but I don't know what I'm supposed to, like, this Uber person or whatever, or like the whole DoorDash type thing. And it's just like everywhere is got. And then if you know the history of tipping, is one of the reasons why I'm against it. Just knowing the history of it,
you're right.
The years and where it came from. It's just like they need to get rid of it. They need to be like Europe, build it into your prices. Don't have tipping at all. Pay the people what they're worth from the company standpoint.
Rod, you've probably already talked about this, but the Montgomery brawl.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. We never talked about the Montgomery brawl.
You haven't?
I mean, it's not beer related, so we never got into it.
Okay.
But I know about the folding chair. I keep one handy.
Oh my God!
I waited for my WWE moment,
just in case. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, when that guy jumped in the water.
Yeah, they called him Aquaman.
No, I'm talking about. It was
the guy that swam across. Old. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the white guy that jumped in the water.
He get jumped in the water or knocked in the water?
No, they threw the white woman in the water.
Right.
The white man was getting his ass beat.
And he jumped in the water. Oh, I didn't see that part. No.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I saw the black guy that jumped off the boat that was swimming over, and they called him Aquaman.
Yes.
He was like, hey, here I come. He's swimming his ass off.
He was a 16-year-old boy. The one that jumped off of the boat.
I mean, maybe it was just me, but when he had the folding chair, all I can think of is a Dusty Rhodes voice of him like taking people out with the folding chair.
I feel like Vince McMahon picking up the phone at that point. It's like, hey, got a job for you. You interested?
No, but did you see that one?
Baby doll, he's got a chair. He's got a chair, baby doll.
Yeah, baby doll.
They were talking about quit this damn cat. They were talking about that.
Did you bring you a koozie?
White woman, yeah. The white woman over the head with the chair.
The only thing that was missing was Devon. The only thing missing was Devon get the table.
Hey, that's not helping. No, but they're talking about all these people have this problem with this black man hitting this woman over the head with this folding chair. And they were like, oh, no, only white men are allowed to do that. To beat women. Yeah.
I didn't know why she got the chair, but I saw that video when she got. I mean, I saw when a guy got it, but then she got the chair too. I guess he was just on the chair binge at that point.
Hey,
And then it was like, okay, the police are like, you went too far now. They
that
tackled
was
him after he hit the
crazy.
woman. Yeah.
That was nuts.
Tipping cashier is awkward, or when I go to buy beer to the tap room, all I did was put the stuff in the bag, not to give them the 20%. Yeah, I mean, if I buy it in a tap room, I'm not tipping. If it's just like beer I pull out of the fridge or something like that and everything. If I get something like a growler or something like that, or they make a growlers for me, I might tip along those lines if they actually do it pretty well. And you can kind of see them doing stuff, and they're like making sure they pour off any excess so you're not too foamy or something like that. I can see tipping for that.
I feel like if you're pouring a beer or grabbing a beer out of the fridge, like $1, maybe $2, like,
Yeah.
you know, because
Shout
you're
out.
there drinking for the most part, like endlessly, you know, for several
Right.
hours. So it's like $1 a time. Like that's going to add up after a while.
which I'm not very good at math, so this is how I figure it out. Like, say I get a $40 tab. I'm like, okay, I'm going to split it in half. That would be 50%. And then I'll split that in half. And then that would be 25%. So I'm like, I'll just go with that. Like, I'll
If it
round it
works.
up
Yeah.
to like, so I, for 40,
I mean, that's not a
for
That's
Not a
$40,
bad way to do
I'll
it.
just
Yeah.
get
not a
10.
bad way to do it, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I'd rather
Shout out.
tip than under tip.
you're right.
Shout out to Dustin. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you subscribing, my friend. Hey, you know when like you're actually out drinking and you're having fun and you know it's actually a good night. It's like
Never happened.
it's like when you're with your friends and you try to sing a song but you don't know the words to the song.
There's like a tagline or something coming.
I know.
You know that's when it's always a good night.
I knew it.
Turn around. You don't know the words, but you just know that main punchline. That's when you're having a really good time when you're out at night.
Yeah, all of a sudden, they're like, yes, I got this.
And it's like you're waiting for that part to come in because then you're like, you just yell it out because you know exactly
That's
where it's going to
great.
be
That's
at that
good.
point. Yeah. Oh, let me see. Exactly, DD. Pay your employees, stop nickel and diming your customers, right? Just put it in. Put it into the price. Mal, you had Donald Trump in your station. I don't know.
I think the non-tipping table he's talking about.
LOL. You know who's bad at non-tipping? I see sometimes is like a lot of athletes, professional athletes don't. Not all of them are that way, but you'll see stuff where it pops up where some athletes are out and they'll spend like $1,500 and some don't tip, and it's just like now you have some that over tip too. So not like all like I said,
You're
all
right,
athletes,
yeah.
but it's just like, come on, keeping it realistic goals. Darn good person, Mal. That's what Bumpy said. Mal
Thank
is
you.
for sure.
Yes.
Some of the restaurant has tap your card BS. Yeah, you can tap your card if it's got the little thing on there. You can tap it. Happy Gilmore, tap, tap, tap. But I want to charge. Tap, tap, tap. Get in the hole. Here's what you tell your Uber driver who's making a lot more than the cabbie did as you leave the car. I'm not going to tip you, but to give a 5-star yell for me. I tip my Uber drivers. I mean,
I do too.
Yeah.
Because I'm grateful they're there because that
Yeah.
means I'm not driving when I'm not.
No.
out to
You're right.
Yeah.
Saved you a whole lot of money. For
I'm
I mean-
grateful that you're out at 2:00 in the morning to drive my ass home because I
Right.
am way too drunk to do it myself.
I can tell you when I got this shirt last year at the Beer Fest here in Baltimore, and the Uber driver picked me up, or Uber woman, I can't remember. I was probably funny, but I just can't remember the whole thing. So I respected them for doing that, and I tipped them next morning when I woke up of my stupor, and appreciated them doing their stuff. So I still don't know how I got this shirt, so maybe I can. If I go this year, I'll find out that somebody knows the mystery of how I got this. Like, was I a judge at the event for the Brewers games?
They'll be going, hey, Rod, what's up, Rod?
just like the whole polo, just like the polo incident, just like the water polo. They'd be like, "You were here last year." You blah blah blah.
Yep. Horse
that
in
was
the
my-
swimming pool. We got this.
That was my person. I'm like Clark Kent, Superman. That was Clark Kent. That was here last year. I don't know
That's
what's
funny,
happening.
Yeah.
Not
That wasn't
drinking
me.
it.
That was my
Yeah.
alternative.
Half Acre Lager Town. Nice. Yeah, right. Hey, Chew. Cheers, my friend. Is Chew home or Chew
What's
still at the
up,
brewery?
Chew?
You know, I'm assuming he's home because he's offering to bring me a beer.
You know, I
so-
don't ring the bell, Mal. Ring the bell.
Is Chew at home? He's offering to bring you a beer?
Yeah, you haven't gotten that far in the comments, but yeah. There's the sound effects.
Run that beer up the steps, son.
We get
Does
there
Mallory need another
somewhere.
beer delivered to her? When does she? She wasn't going to do beer because of the sneeze and stuff, but she's on the beer now. So
It takes too long to make tea.
yeah. Yes, she
Yes, she
does. Happens at weddings as well.
You heard the horn?
Vote
Oh,
for
he brought me
Trump.
two.
People vote for who they vote for.
Oh,
I don't know about that. I know Trump's history. I know the bankruptcies and stuff he's had. So, being in New Jersey, I was never really surprised by stuff, I guess. I don't remember the words to those. But you don't remember the words to your vows?
Forget
I'll
about
give you
that.
another one then.
No, it's fine. I'll just have this.
Oh,
So Shu brought me two beers to have you guys pick, but one of them is from Ontario and it's one we're saving for filming. So this is what I'm having.
So you have an old style that we just talked
That
about.
one.
Oh yeah, see, they're not looking. They don't know.
Or whatever, I guess.
There you go.
They're
There
not
you go.
seeing this at all.
She's having the old style we just talked about, Todd.
You guys-
Todd.
Old style. Woo, woo, woo. There you
Old
go.
style. So yeah,
I like that beer. It's actually a pretty good beer.
yeah, it's fine.
Let me swing back over here because I'm not done with the beer news yet. So
Oh.
Okay.
let's see. I don't know where I left off at. I gotta go back in here and look. Oh yeah, so if you're in Cleveland, our friends up there, Great Lakes is bringing back Oktoberfest as they will be the sponsor for the Cleveland Oktoberfest. So Great Lakes, a great brewery to be sponsoring. I couldn't play the music for this one because I would get blocked by YouTube, but Brooklyn Brewery launched a limited edition Biggie themed beer. I feel like I talked
Biggie
earlier in the show.
Smalls.
I'm not trying to buy any more beer, but I feel like I got to go out and get a Biggie beer if I see it out there. So
You're right.
support Garrett and them up at Garrett Oliver and them up at Brooklyn, but they got a Biggie themed beer that's about to hit the market. Then we had Indeed Brewing. Indeed Brewing is growing their THC drink line. Don't know much about Indeed, but I've shared this because it's kind of interesting with the states. They're actually in Minnesota, I think, but the states that have marijuana approved, I'm surprised there's not more THC drinks hitting the market in certain areas.
The brewery that I work for is coming out with a THC beer. I'm very excited.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
we've
go.
got one coming. It's in the kettle right now, so we'll see what happens.
Very nice. Very nice. We were talking about kegs earlier. And talking about draft dodgers are killing keg beer. So since 2014, the American beer industry has been basically losing draft volume since the COVID pandemic. So essentially, not as many kegs are selling as they used to be. So I think part of that might be maybe as many people aren't in the bars and stuff, but I guess people that have like kegerators, all kind of stuff, they're not buying as many kegs either. So it's kind of interesting that they're looking at keg sales actually being down. But I think there's also a shift taking place, which I'm going to hit on another piece here, I think, where you do have more of the non-alcoholic mocktail situation taking place. So you're having some people of the younger generations not getting into drinking as much as what the previous generations were, which was the next thing coming up. So non-alcoholic beers and mocktails is a new trend. They're seeing like sales up 70% this year over last year into this area. So that could be playing into it as well. I mentioned earlier on the show, I'm going to be actually doing some non-alcoholic beer reviews that I'm going to have. Like I said, I don't drink beers as much as many people may think I do, but I like the taste of it. So I would try some of the non-alcoholics out. Don't know if I do the mocktail type stuff, but I don't know. Are you guys experimenting, trying any of these non-alcoholic?
I've never
beers?
tried I'm assuming mocktails without like the alcohol in it.
Yeah, like the fake, like
Like
I
a
don't know,
virgin
blooded
cocktail.
fake Virgin Mary or something like that and everything.
Honestly,
Although
I've
technically
never-
Mary was a virgin when she still got pregnant, right? I don't know, but anyway, just saying.
Very true.
No,
I
I've
drank
tried.
this and I still got drunk. I'm not sure how it happened.
It's
but
like a smoothie.
I don't know.
It's like a
I've
smoothie.
tried a lot of the non-alcoholic beers so far. I've several of them are okay, but honestly, a Heineken 0.0 and the Stella, that's the non-alcoholic. Those are still my two tops, man. Those two, I like Heineken 0.0 more than I like Heineken.
We bought some NA beers for her friend when she was pregnant, which was 2 years ago now. They're still downstairs. And I've never once had one.
I drank one when I was pregnant with Kylie.
Did you? Was it good? I mean, could you tell?
I mean, yeah, because I didn't get drunk.
Well, besides,
But that was a long time ago, Shannon. Kylie's
Yeah,
like
no. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
that was a long time ago.
that was like a duels or something. That was definitely better now.
No, there was only
Yeah.
like 2 options for NA beers.
I mean,
Yeah.
it tasted like.
I mean, now you have like non-alcoholic IPAs, double IPAs,
Yes,
sours. You have all kinds of stuff out there.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's kind of interesting. So there is a trend going that way. So I'm going to be sharing some of that stuff out there at some point. So this is just funny because it's just funny.
Oh,
So
I found that story too. I love it.
a plague of raccoons got drunk on German beer and they raided a family home and killed their pet.
That's not funny at all.
Oh,
No, not that part. The
not
rest
the,
of the story was
but
funny.
the drunk raccoons, just like they got the posse together. We're gonna ransack this
Like,
house
come
because we're
on,
hungry.
Let's go.
So no, I found it. It was they have this thing like where the raccoons are going into kitchens and like stealing all the beer they can find, and they've apparently figured out how to open it. But there are drunk raccoons all over Germany right now.
Literally, the raccoons are getting munchies from drinking. That's
Yeah,
funny.
It's just
That's
ridiculous.
That is funny to me. Shannon's like looking like, don't worry about the pet part, but it's still funny that these drunk raccoons are
And then
ravaging
the
German.
beloved
Beloved
pets.
pets. Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts a little. But
They're right,
no,
isn't it?
the article title
could've
was
just
"Thirsty
said-
Raccoons Are Breaking into Homes in Germany and Specifically Stealing Beer."
Yeah.
They're looking for beer to steal. And then there was a story about one that went into one of those Chris Kindle market kind of things, and the empty cups of the mulled wine. The
Yeah.
raccoons were drinking the mulled wine, and they're just stumbling around these Chris Kindle markets at Christmas time. And I'm just like, seeing a drunk raccoon wandering around a Chris Kindle market sounds like the best moment ever for
I'm
me.
sorry, that's
sorry.
hilarious to me. That's hilarious. That's
I
just-
know. I think it's wonderful. I'm cracking up because people are just tossing their cups and the cups aren't empty. So the little raccoons with their
Shannon's
little
like,
hands
"I'm
are
out,
picking up the
I'm
cup
out."
and just throwing it back. I'm like, yes, drunk raccoons.
the drunk
Could've just
raccoons.
put a period at the end of homes. Put a period
Why
at
you
the
worry-
end of homes.
You gotta let the pets go. It's okay. It's just drunk raccoons doing it. I didn't write the article. I just took the title from it.
It's not,
I mean,
it's not Rod's fault.
yeah.
Which is funny because your title said that, but my title said thirsty raccoons are breaking into homes in Germany and specifically stealing beer. And that's all it said. It didn't say
Yes,
anything about
exactly.
pets.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, mine-
Rod's like this,
I think mine was more sensational. I like it. I think it's hilarious. Although Shannon doesn't like the last part of it, I think it's still hilarious that these gangs of raccoons are
Love
getting
that you
together.
love that beloved pets are being killed by drunk raccoons.
What if it's a beloved pet like a snake? You're not a fan of snakes.
I'm not, but it's still a beloved pet to somebody. It's not all about me, Rod.
Drunk raccoons stealing
Look.
beer is funny to me. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I don't
Breaking into houses and
That
stealing
part is
beer
funny.
makes me
I
laugh.
don't write the rules of nature. It's just what happens. This is nature doing whatever it's doing out there. So apparently in Germany, raccoons have learned how to drink in Germany. So I think that's hilarious there. So now they're out seeking alcohol, which is
Yeah, they're hunting for it.
What kind of beer were they drinking?
They're actively searching for beer
Was it
now.
dark beer and IPA? What were they drinking? A German style
Hey,
beer?
and you got to realize they're about to have Oktoberfest, so they're really about to get
You're right.
lit.
I know. Oktoberfest is going to be Raccoon Fest. It's going to be amazing.
I think it's hilarious myself. But
My poetic flow has been disrupted.
No. Oh.
so Delaware Delaware's First State Brewing, which is a state over for me, was named the best new brewery in the country by 10 Best, a USA Today Power website for reader voted and editor recommended best of list. Best of lists, they are what they are. You know, we see it on VinePair and all these other sites, stuff like that. But I will tell you, if you get a chance to try First State Brewing, do it because they are making some pretty terrific beers. Don't know if I put them best in the country, but they are pretty solid. I mean, to put best in the country, you have to try like every brewery, in my opinion.
Right.
But they're definitely a top tier brewery, I'll say.
Okay. So who is actually, per article or whatever, the number one brewer in the country right now?
What do you mean, as far as
like all the polls or all the articles?
Well, that's what they did on this one. They did a poll thing here with this thing, and they said First State came up being top one.
Okay.
I think it depends who you ask and who you're surveying, really. So yeah.
Who's number two in that one? Like,
oh, I didn't see it. I just took the article top there because I knew
I was
First
just wondering if
State.
it's like a regional thing, and you're like, oh yeah, they're the best in the country.
Oh no, this is. I mean, it was across the country when they did this on here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was USA Today, so yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying is like who's actually.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
99% of the time, nobody else is going to get the beer that they're making as the number one brewery. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, they're not making it everywhere, so you would never know that.
Let me see here. She's at Choose Sidon, and I won't turn down an old style or a Chicago handshake.
Cheers, James.
I know about Chicago handshake's rough though. We got married at courthouse and we went to work. We got married at courthouse and we got married too. We didn't go to work. We went down and had a reception afterward. But yeah, that's a lot of money you put into a wedding for sure. If Russia and China invades us or what? What's they got to do with anything?
They've never been my friends. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not friends with any white people.
Oh, dear. Why drink THC when you can smoke it? Am I right?
Comment of the night.
THC, I can tell you, THC in a beer is totally different than when you drink a regular beer. So if you never had a THC beer, I would say it's not bad to try. Because I've had a THC beer before. I've had a couple THC beers before, and it's definitely a different feel. You're more mellow afterwards. You don't get like the kind of the buzz you get from a regular beer. So just like edibles, some people will do edibles rather than smoking, right? So it's different format.
We ever had THC?
When we went to the Cincinnati Beer Fest.
Catholics.
Oh,
how we get to the religion now?
Yeah, I heard they're 420, but
Kool-Aid. Why the fuck are we talking about non-alcoholic mocktails? How drunk are you have to be to bring that up? Come on, man. It's the world we live in, Emerson. I don't make the rules. I just talk about them. That's all. I don't make anything. Come on, plugging a trash can. This is hilarious. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, the raccoons. It's hilarious when you think about that.
It is hilarious until they kill your beloved pet.
Great job, Rocket Raccoon. Losing a beloved pet is difficult, but there's no shortage of other potentially beloved pets to replace. There are a lot of animals you can pick up from the SPCA, right? So you can always
clearly not had a beloved pet.
JT's had pets, I think,
but they weren't beloved. Apparently,
he may have loved them, but he also got other ones he can go to. I mean, the pets only last a certain amount of time anyway.
Listen, I understand this is my experience and my thoughts. You know, if you're okay with drunk raccoons breaking in your house and killing your pets, then I'm happy for you. But I would not be okay with that.
Well, not if they were your pets that got killed. I'm sure you wouldn't be okay with it. I just thought it was a funny story about the drunk raccoons.
Honestly, if drunk raccoons are breaking in and stealing my beer, I'm putting up precautions because I like my beer.
Yeah.
So, and the cats will be fine. They're chicken shit. They're gonna run.
Yeah.
JT says drunk trash pandas equal nature in action. I think drunk trash pandas would be a cool gang outfit for them. Now they all the little gang jackets on. Drunk trash pandas.
Pandas or raccoons?
Well, trash panda.
He's calling
Gotcha.
raccoons.
Yeah, it's a trash panda.
If the raccoons came in and were snapping their fingers like West Side Story being drunk, that'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yeah, I would think I was.
Yeah.
I would think
that
board. I had been, you know.
So Rod J. Near Beer Ventures, right? If I do the non-alcoholic Near Beer Ventures, I've had many beloved pets. Herman, Mickey, Minnie, Bobcat, Sherman sold with Dottie. So yeah, see, JT's had a bunch of pets.
There
So
you
he
go.
loves his pets. But it's just a funny thing about the whole story itself. So yeah. Let me see here. What did I have? Oh, Aldi for our buddy Joe up in Buffalo. They're going to be starting to sell beer in Buffalo area stores, which we got Aldi in Kentucky that sold beers, I think in
Yeah, they
Ohio.
We do also.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And you can find some deals there sometimes. So if you have Aldi's around you, make sure you check them out.
They had the Sun King Cream Ale that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
On a beard also.
Drunk Red Coos is now the name of the ska punk band I just started on Discord. We start running over our release before Christmas. See, the Drunk
Love
Raccoons is going to stick with you for a while. Yeah.
Yep.
So we've talked about many times on the show because we've had puns around it. Smoking the Bandit. And for some reason, a lot of people have been watching my Coors video. But if you were a Smoking the Bandit fan and you're a fan of Coors, now you go to Golden, Colorado, where they actually reliving Smoking the Bandit beer run at one of the hotels out there. So it's got like the Trans Am, it's got a bunch of stuff out there taking place. So if you're a fan of the movie and you're a fan of Coors, it'd be a great little situation if you're out towards Golden, Colorado. And for those of you that haven't seen Smoking the Bandit, it's a classic from the 70s. And it was a time when you couldn't get beer everywhere across the country. And the Snowman was hauling Coors from Texas to Florida. And it was him, Jerry, can't remember Jerry's last name, and Burt Reynolds. But I feel bad, I can't remember his name now.
I gotta look it up because
it's the Snowman. It's the Snowman. Come on, it's the Snowman.
You know, it was terrible.
Eastbound and Down.
And I'm thinking Turner and Hooch. I'm like, oh, no, that's a different thing. That was a dog.
No, that was... Although he did have Fred. Snowman did have Fred, who was a basset hound.
I think the Jamesons.
Jerry Reed. JT said Jerry Reed. Yes, Jerry Reed. Yeah. Yeah. You can check out the track Eastbound and Down because that's what it was about. Carlsberg boss shocked. He's shocked after Putin sees his beer business.
Oh.
I mean, I guess he thought Putin was going to be a nice guy about stuff, but you know, you moved Carlsberg to Russia, and Russia needs assets right now, so they took over Carlsberg, and the boss says he's shocked. You shouldn't be shocked. You really shouldn't.
So surprising.
Things to be shocked about, that would be one. Maine Beer Company, who does some really good beers. Yeah, right. They were nominated for International Environmental Awards. So Maine, they have that Maine beer lunch, I think it is. They have a couple other key beers, but they got nominated for an environmental award, which is always great to recognize breweries that are doing stuff for the environment too. And the final bit of beer news for anybody down in Florida: apparently golfers drink more beer in Florida than any other state, according to the report. So
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, you all year, you play all year round for the most part, so it would make sense in that regard. Yeah.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Can't play golf unless you're drinking beer.
Yeah, they probably also lead in golfers being bit by alligators too. So
probably so, and losing hand, like one-handed golfers.
Yeah.
Hey, Rod, I know we only have a few minutes left. In the private chat, I sent you a link to something.
I know. I saw that there. So Mal sent a thing for news here. Do you want me to share the screen?
It's a lot of reading, but I think we can probably just, say what one signs.
Cliff notes.
So Mal sent a thing, horoscope, the best beer style for your zodiac sign.
Oh, wait a minute. You got to wait for Shannon to get back.
Go for Shannon to get back because she's like Miss Cleo. Miss Shannon Cleo.
Yeah, we need Shannon back for this one. So, yeah.
At least as if you're in Florida, you need to drink the free.
Yeah, they did this thing that's like the best beer based on your zodiac and why. And it was hilariously funny, and I was very amused by it. But
Blue's in the house. Is he my boy Blue? Got a little Blue.
My boy
Blue in there. Cheers, Blue. Another great channel. Make sure you check out Blue.
I know he's wonderful.
Jerry Reed. Everyone's just an uncle who never showed. Yeah, right. Oh, you know what? That was from Smoking the Bandit. It wasn't. That was when the Sheriff Buford, I think, said that. Because he said that earlier. I couldn't remember. But yeah, now I remember. Florida beer used to be lower ABV by state law, right? That's why they were running the Coors down there.
Okay.
It's more for tonight. Check out that one. Bring on the Sag. So these were Sagittarius. So
I'm
what
a
do you got? What do you want to do? Okay, Mal. So now you can talk about it because Shannon's back.
Oh, perfect. So I found this article that's the best type of beer for your zodiac sign. And I thought you would be amused by this, Shannon. So they do have like very detailed reasoning for why each of these, but I know we're a little low on time, so I'm not going to go into all the details.
So just do our signs.
Well, okay. What sign are you?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Okay. Let me scroll down a little bit. Or a lot.
Like
There it is. Sagittarius. So the type of beer for you is IPA, just so you know. Let's see if it will give me. It's not giving me the actual article here. Why am I just seeing the pictures of what's the answers?
I got it here for Sagittarius.
Yeah. It doesn't have the actual article. I just have the pictures.
I got the pictures and what the advertisements or something.
Clickbait.
No. I read the whole article. Like it was each one, and it explained like how the sign matched up with that beer, and it made
Look on that one there.
It was. I'm not necessarily a Libra, but if I was, I know I'm Pisces.
What's all about?
I know I'm Pisces, so was Bach. So Bach beer was Pisces. So
wait, I'm Pisces, and I thought Pisces was something stupid.
Pisces type of beer, Bach beer.
Oh, it is Bach. That's weird because when I first read this, it was glitter beer was for Pisces because we're very artistic, and it pissed me off a little bit. So okay, Aries is porter, Taurus is a brown ale, Gemini is pale ale, Cancer is pilsner, Leo is saison, Virgo is a wheat beer, Libra is Oktoberfest.
We got it mixed up.
Scorpio is a stout.
Oh, I'm wheat and Virgo.
Sagittarius is an IPA. Capricorn is a barley wine. Aquarius is a Belgian ale. And Pisces is a Bach. But I'm so super fun. You have your zodiacs now, guys. So drink your beer.
So ours are reversed.
Oh yeah.
Hers was IPA and mine was wheat.
I love wheat.
She loves
Wheat's
wheat,
mine.
and I like IPA. So
Blue Sagittarius.
Blue
Sagittarius stand
as
up.
well.
Yeah.
The
Number
best
19
sign.
IPA all
Yes.
day.
I love it. Love it.
JT born on April 1st, FYI. Were you April 1st or was that just
That
a
explains
joke
a
there?
lot.
is it right? Is that
Yeah, right.
or-
Is that a Pisces? What's April 1st?
I think it's sad. It's like we get the best.
It's
No,
Aries. That's porter.
Aries, yes.
I like a nice Bach. Taurus was porter, so I'm happy. Chu says.
Yeah.
Emerson says the IPA. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, another Sagittarius.
So if you haven't had a hazy IPA today, you have another hour if you're on the East Coast to get that in, or another 3 hours if you're on the West Coast for National Hazy IPA Day. What was that?
Central Time.
I was gonna had something to say and I forgot.
Well, we're at 11. I mean, we could stop at 11, or we can go a little bit longer. I know everybody's.
I like going a little bit longer.
One more, Rod. One more.
All right, so we'll go to beer question. Well, actually,
11:30 max though.
Yeah. I kind of talked about non-alcoholic beers, so that was one of the questions there. And because we dealt with the poll earlier, which I closed the poll, but Oktoberfest smacked the shit out of pumpkin beers. But have you cracked any open Oktoberfest?
I voted on that. It was October. I voted Oktoberfest. So
yeah, 78% to 22% Oktoberfest over pumpkin.
yeah,
But have you guys cracked open any Oktoberfest or pumpkin beers as of yet? Have you started to enjoy any part of the season? And have any caught your attention thus
I
far?
drank one. It's the only one I bought. Hey, let me grab
But
it.
I
See
went-
if you've had this one. I don't think you've
You
had
know the one that when
Emerson says goes long, go long. That's what she said.
Believe me, that's not what she said, Emerson.
I had
When you-
one, Rod. I had one last week.
Which one? Oktoberfest or
That's
pumpkin?
what I'm trying to think. And my brother had it, and it tasted like
Which
had
is
like
weed.
nutmeg and what the hell was it?
Nutmeg could be pumpkin. It's like you're having pumpkin beer.
It was so good. No, it was an Oktoberfest.
With nutmeg?
Oktoberfest.
So I enjoyed the Oktoberfest from Ravinia Brewing Company and from Liquid Love Brewing Company recently.
Did we
Both
get
of them quite good Marzen style with a little bit of that cotton candy sweetness at the end. It was lovely.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
pretty
they had
tasty.
that lingering sweetness, which was really, really nice on the tongue, actually, while
Okay.
being very light and drinkable. Both were excellent. And Ravinia is coming out with an Oaktoberfest in 4 weeks, which is oak barrel aged. their
Ooh.
Oktoberfest.
And that was King.
So yeah, they're doing 2 this year because
What's the ABV on that one?
Last week.
they haven't said yet. I don't know
Okay.
yet. I mean, the Oktoberfest we have is only a 5.6, I think, so it's not crazy high.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
is
just thinking
nice.
would it be in barrel aged, it might have been kicked up
Yeah.
a little.
I'm I'm sure it will be kicked up a
Mhm.
bit. So, but those are the 2 I've had so far. Though I know I'm going to hit up a
Think it was
bunch
that.
and probably
Yeah.
do a video in my journal and stuff like we do every year.
Speaking of Oktoberfest, so made mention a few weeks ago,
It was the one
thinking
that-
of doing the leader chug
Oh, no,
challenge,
that's-
right? So
Yeah,
if anybody wants to take part in the leader chug challenge,
Let me taste it.
a liter is an
For-
awful lot to chug, man. Whew.
I mean, it's whatever time it takes if you want to do it. But Oktoberfest, at this time of year, Paulaner releases a liter mug with a liter of the beer. I think it's like $9, $9.99 or something like that.
Yeah.
You might be able to catch a deal on it. It's a good opportunity. So I got to find my old mug if I end up doing it or whatever. But I'm thinking about doing that. I mean, I could go half a liter and make it the boot challenge because I have the boot here as well.
Mhm.
But I think more people can find
Yeah,
the
but
liter
it's
type
like-
thing.
Wait, how did Todd measure length? It's like this tall,
No, it's that much.
or it was this much, this big.
That
It was like- so yeah, get the boot that's like 3 or 4 feet tall and do that one.
Yeah.
So this one is not a Oktoberfest per se, but it's.
Uh-oh.
I did have this one the other day just because I bought it, so I wanted to try it.
Oh, so you got time for one more.
Oh,
Oh
you
yeah,
got the
that's the
bottle.
that's the
We
pumpkin
were
beer.
talking
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, we're talking about. I haven't picked it up yet.
I haven't either.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So
But I
you're
was trying
digging
to
it.
hold
You're
out
digging
for
it thus
when our
far.
show was, but I was like, no, I want to try it.
What's the
But I won't
ABV
say
on it?
nothing about it. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. But I already.
Todd, what's the ABV?
8.6.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. 8.6, I think.
It is
Yeah.
8.6.
I love that
Yeah.
she surprised you there. That was fun.
Was
That
it
was-
really 8.6?
Yeah, 8.6.
Look
So
at
was
that.
it worth? Was it worth it for the 4-pack? Did you get a 4-pack? Or did you get the one? It's
No, I got a 4-pack of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
I like Pumpkin and the Warlock anyway,
right.
so it's very definitely get the caramel flavor to it for sure. Like it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, Blue said he had it, but it was a tad too sweet for him. But he thought it was still good.
It is a little sweet, but it is good though.
Yeah, she said Ravinia was a great time. It sounded like some great beers there as well. Yeah,
Actually,
definitely.
I highly recommend the beers. They do a really nice job. Sam, the lead brewer, like he rocks it all the time.
Yeah.
Like he really, really steps it up all the time.
So, geez, Oktoberfest beers I've had this week: Lagertown by Half Acre, Off Colors Waddle, and Maplewood
I love
Fest
Waddle.
beer. I like how craft beers often change from year to year. Yeah, Off Color is actually doing.
Off Color's
Thank you.
rocking it.
I think they're doing a collab with. I want to say it's an IPA. Dave Beer in Front just had a thing. He had Off Color, I think, on there. He was talking about something they're working on.
Ooh.
I bought
So,
some
one
Off
of
Color
his-
last time I was in
one of his
Chicago.
last podcasts.
I still haven't been to the Mousetrap. That's their tap room. I've
Yeah.
wanted to go so bad, but I still haven't been. So I need to set myself up and get in there to check out the Mousetrap at some point.
Cheers for smoking. Welcome aboard, my friend. And you know what? I'm gonna agree with you right there, my friend. It's not even beer. I don't even got no use for the summer shandy. Summer shandy can go somewhere else. So kudos for you to point that out.
Dude, I had a summer shandy yesterday and I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
Like I was sipping it, I was halfway down. I was like, I'm only halfway through this beer and I have to finish it. And I'm like, oh, why did I do this to myself? Like I was upset at myself for ordering one.
Is that the one that kind of tastes like Pledge?
I was gonna say a lot of them are flavored Pledge.
Yeah, it's the lemon beer. It's like, nah, I should not have done this. I was very disappointed that I did that.
Yeah.
I need to. So
You know what song I got stuck in my head right now?
what?
Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe.
Turn around.
Every now and then I fall apart. Oh wait.
Shady, you fell for it. I had to, you know.
So I fall for all kinds of things. I mean,
You know what song?
There you go. No, it's the, what's that?
I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Ah!
Yeah.
No,
Oh my goodness.
we were at the gym the other
It's
day,
good stuff.
and I'm like on my phone. I didn't plan ahead. I'm like, I need something to listen to, and so I love this song. I Wish by Skee-Lo.
Oh yeah, I wish I was a little
Wish
bit
was a
taller.
little bit
I wish I
taller.
was a baller. I wish I had a
Get
girl
on
who
the
was good. I would
treadmill
call
and
her.
you know what this feel like.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wish I had a I wish I had a rabbit in a hat.
and a
Like
six,
that would be fun.
6'4" Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Goose Island is bringing out that banana Foster.
After we close the show, I have something to tell you guys about that song. So, but I can't.
Oh, little after hours chat. Nice.
No, but I gotta say this.
All right, we
so,
gotta go.
So I started a new Twitter, and it's called
Oh, the
X.
new, the new
Yeah.
X.
X.
Not Twitter.
which I've
You
never been a
started a
big
new
Twitter
X.
person. But so it's called Dance. My name, Dance and Die 55. I don't know where it came from, but that's my handle.
That's your
Dance
name.
and Dive
Dance and
55.
Die 55.
Oh.
But anyway, I follow like
I didn't know this. Let me look it up now.
but I follow like just different things, and
Dance and Die 55.
one of them is like about science, and I saw this one, the one I showed you earlier, and it was from Kent, England, where Craig
Oh, Craig. Craig was on there. Craig was on
No,
there.
I know.
overnight, by the way.
I saw that earlier. I was like, "Oh, Craig's on there now." I thought she was gonna like throw down the cards and like, "Let's go, let's go."
No, so I saw it, and then I'm like, oh, I wonder if Craig's on here. So I followed him, but I don't know if he knows it's me or if he even gets on there. But this guy lived in this place, and he wanted these renovations, and they dug like a little bit in the ground, and they found like this whole tunnel with all this like shells and stuff made out of walls, and I'd show you, but I don't have it on my phone.
Shells made out of walls. That's pretty interesting.
Walls made out of shells.
There we go.
I don't know if that was a cat screech or a dog yelp. I didn't know.
Man.
I thought it was the goat. Wasn't it the screaming goat?
I thought it was a. I
That's
thought it
Taylor
was a dog.
Swift.
What do you think it is?
Well, Taylor Swift is-
It sounds like some swiping on the window.
Squeegee.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on there on mine.
Oh.
DIE.
Dance.
Yeah, they rarely do. That's what I'm thinking. I
Nah,
had to ask Dave from
yeah.
Beer Front. Yeah, when they
Yeah,
teamed up with
Yeah.
some of Shandy. Yeah, I can't mess with Shandy. I mean, not Liney Kugels at least. They're too sweet. It's like just drinking lemonade. It's just
Yeah.
too sugary.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
You only have 4 followers.
No, you don't have full followers.
That's why I said I only have 4
Oh.
followers. So follow me. That's it. That was-
Dance and Die 55.
Well, that's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
4
That's pretty.
something billion shells or something. They said, I think,
Huh.
In Kent, England.
in Kent, England.
Do you guys know in Cincinnati there's a restaurant underground now?
Did not know that.
People actually have been
dude.
talking about it. It's actually been actually pretty cool looking. It's like something out of Blade or something
me.
when you see it.
I'm number 4, I think.
No, you're number 5.
Oh, number 5. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, follow Shannon on that one there.
Dance and die.
I thought it was Dance and Die 55. That's
No.
Dance and.
Die.
Dance
D-I-E.
and then die.
I love the action of that. That was
55.
55. I can't drive 55.
He thought I was saying dance and
I
die.
thought she said dive. I was like, no.
That's what I thought she said. Dance and Die 55.
Me too. It's
Die.
die. D-I-E.
Like
Dance,
da.
Dance and Die.
Yes.
55.
Dance and da.
Yeah, die.
D-A-H. Da.
That's kind of freaky.
Die. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, there you go.
I know. It's coming into my head.
Give me number 6, 7, and 2.
I don't know.
How do you
Dancing-
stockpile these little sound bites
Dancing.
to use like that? How long have you had that in your back pocket to use, and you haven't
It's-
used it until just
I
now?
mean, it's all a mystery to me. This happens. It's a mystery. I don't know where they come from. I know we're not alone. I know we're not alone. I've seen the congressional hearings now. People have said there's people out there we
Hey,
don't know
it's
about.
happening.
They haven't told us. They
Happening.
haven't told us. Yeah.
Sorry, I was playing the theremin. I missed that.
Yeah. And they say, don't be afraid. They just want to help us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, yeah.
I mean, we've come a long way. I mean, the old internet.
Oh no!
Jesus.
Don't do it! Why would you do this? It's painful.
That ruined a lot of downloading
It
music.
hurts my soul. My insides are hurting.
No, you know that still exists on a fax machine.
Mom, on the phone.
I'm getting pissed.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think it's up for? What do you think it's
You're
up for?
killing me.
I think I saw it all over again.
I was like, hang up. I'm on the line over here.
I remember
I'm
back in the days
upset
in Napster,
now,
I'd go to bed and be
Rod.
like, I'm
You've
gonna
upset me.
download these 5 songs. Wake up next day and be like, this still ain't done yet. Like, Jesus, what the hell's going on
Kind of
here?
like PlayStation now, where it takes 3
Yeah.
days to download a game.
God, that sound is atrocious. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
But how
Oh,
many people do you know that has an AOL account?
I know one.
No.
$2 per minute CompuServe 1995. Yep, when you had the old dial.
Oh,
I still have
hey,
an AOL account.
You do?
County Stadium.
Yeah, I do.
my best friend.
So is her best
still has.
friend. She's got one also. I'm like, who's got an AOL account? So no,
Oh,
she
Take Your Death. James, yes, Take Your Death. All right, cookbook. I know. I'm right there with you. Cake or death is an easy question, right?
Right?
Cake or death? Well, cake, please. Oh, it's quite good.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know,
Who picks death?
You're right.
yeah. And then the third person comes along, cake or death. Oh, I'll have the cake, please. Well, we're out of cake.
So
So
you're
my choice is
dead.
or death. I'll have the chicken, please. Okay, here you go. Sorry, Eddie Izzard. It's one of my favorite comedians, and that just made me very happy.
So here's another
Hey.
beer question. What happens when a local craft beer is no longer local? So I was reading an article about this, like when a craft beer is your local beer, but then they no longer your local beer because they've been purchased by somebody else or they moved out of the region. Like down here, for instance, a couple of the breweries that are getting moved because they've been absorbed by somebody else, like say at the Claw's going to enter somebody. Do you still follow with that beer? Do you still drink that beer? Do you feel
If I
any
love it
different?
enough, I'll still drink it.
if you're
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might find another local one.
Yeah. So even if they like move away, if you still like that beer, you still drink it and everything.
Well, for example, that whole, what beer would you drink for a whole year and you couldn't have any other beer? Mine would be Tighthead Scarlet Fire. It's their red ale. It's beautiful. It's really well made, and I love it. But Tighthead is, well, in a position where they could really grow and really become something much bigger. And I'm a little worried that I might lose my Scarlet Fire as my local beer. So
Mm.
You know, it's okay. I'll still drink the Scarlet Fire. It just
Right.
won't be my local beer if they grow to the extent that I think they will, because I honestly think that they have the capability to do that. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, congrats on them for doing well, right?
Right. True.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So here's a video that I'm going to share. And Todd, Shannon, you may have seen it earlier on my Facebook, but I feel like I know Todd, you
The
did.
guy in the car that has the glitch.
No.
Oh, that's-
But
You
I
know
feel
what I'm
like
talking about, don't you?
I feel like it might be something to actually check out because I'm kind of curious on the research part of it. So if you haven't seen it before, you're about to see it now.
What in the alcoholic
Oh, I
is
saw this.
going
Yes.
on here? Apparently, if you pour
Wait a minute. Okay.
No, I commented on his video on this. No,
it filters out the taste. Watch this. Look, 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 look.
Oh wow! It tastes.
Die.
It tasted like water.
Welcome back to Will It Work. I'm your host, about to find out Brandon. I bought 4 Britas and 4 different types of liquor because we're going to learn today. Welcome back to Whiskey is the Worst. Seriously, I don't like it at all. But she said this one was cool because the label is blue. This damn thing has a rat tail. Look at that. This damn thing got a rat tail. Who is Johnny Walker and why has he got a rat tail?
Let me just say, if you would have just wasted like Johnny Blue Label,
Right,
they
exactly.
just
No
keep this
kidding.
type thing. But we'll give him some room to let him do what he's going to do.
I'll be
here.
entirely
What in the
honest. I
trailer
did not
parks in
like
Tennessee
the
is
label.
Oh, you're supposed to pull it to get the thing off. Okay, all right. Ho, 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 ho. Johnny Walker. I'm about to be Johnny Stumbler in a second, boy.
He's hilarious.
Okay, that's enough. Some liquor is brown, some liquor is clear, some liquor is Belvedere.
What the hell? He's wasting good alcohol.
I know.
Good thing alcohol makes good cleaning products because there is liquor everywhere. You see the drip? That's a steady drip. Look at that. Some people get sugar from their neighbors, and some people get Jaeger. Seriously, this isn't mine.
I
I
would-
borrowed it. I'm probably not going to give it back because this is probably going to be all gone. Oh, God, black licorice. Oh, I hope this one works the most. I hope so. I saved this one for last because it's got the class. It's a pretty bottle. That's pretty. Yeah, I like that the most. I like this one.
What is that, mezcal?
I don't care what you thinks. I like fruity drinks. I do. I like the fruity drinks. Give me the pink drinks and the blue drinks. Give me the Long Islands. I don't care. I don't like all this hard liquor stuff. Okay, so we got the Johnny Walker. My Seahorse cup, okay? Clear Belvedere. Then my Flamingo cup. The Yucky Jaeger. Okay? Then my crab cup. Because you drink enough of this, you might get crabs. And then we got the tequila. Okay? Put that in my turtle cup. Turtles like tequila. Okay. Here we go. I mean, it still smells like it. It still smells exactly like it. Here we go. Let's taste it.
Mm.
Wait a minute.
Keller already knows.
Oh, okay, this worked. It worked. Oh, what in Satan's breath? How do you drink that? How do you come home from work, put some ice in a cup, and just throw it back? What in the Harry Chest Awards was that? Vodka. Let's see. That's nothing. That's
It's a lot.
nothing. The Jaeger. This has to be gross, right? This has got to be gross.
I don't believe it.
Wait a minute. Okay.
This is a marketing.
It's
scheme.
way better. Tequila. That's not. This works. Okay, listen. I don't like liquor. Okay? I think it tastes gross. But if you're gonna drink it, throw it in a Brita.
A white female parent goes to a school, assaults.
I don't know what that
That's what I was around. I was like, I wish I had a Brita to just try it because I
So
want to
no,
try it and
that's
see.
Rod. That's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do. We're all gonna go get a Brita because that's what they're telling us to do, and then we're gonna try it out. And then
Yeah.
Brita sales are gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, so he put it in the Brita. That's what I said on my Facebook thing. Like all of a sudden, sales are
That's-
going up on
that's-
Brita right now.
You know, that's been
It's-
on months.
So it doesn't change the alcohol, but it's supposed they did it, and the people said it takes the taste out of it,
take out, the taste of
so it
it.
doesn't taste like it. Because I hate Jägermeister.
Oh yeah.
We
I
should
hate
try
like
Mad
licorice.
Dog.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't like
like,
black licorice, so Jaeger is just Jaeger, Goldschlager, Ouzo. They're all and
yeah,
the green one, absinthe. They're all black
yeah,
licorice. I don't want
exactly.
it.
I'm the same way with all of those, and it's just like that's kind of funny. I don't know if it's gonna all work out, but he tried it from the people saying it, so I don't know. I don't have a Brita here, but
No,
I
I've
think that
seen
is an
a bunch of
experiment.
people record it and they say the same thing, so I'm not sure. Like,
I'm gonna order one right
I'm not
now
really
because
sure, just
I am the targeted consumer that marketing scam is going towards.
I mean, I
You
have
are
a Brita
probably
filter
getting
downstairs.
commission, but you aren't putting the tag at the bottom.
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
That
yeah.
you are you're
Send us another half.
Jaeger was originally brewed as a
Conversation.
cough syrup. That's a bad cough syrup.
And,
We
hey,
sent us
August
a bottle of
20th.
Jaeger 7 years ago. We still have it. Yeah, there's no. I have no reason to drink Jaeger.
Rob,
I mean,
you skipped my comment.
I've done Jaeger
Jaeger
bombs,
burger make ice cubes.
but the
out.
Jaeger bombs you don't take the Jaeger really as much because it's in the beer.
No, I'm gonna get Mad Dog and see how.
Oh,
well
that's
it
what she
works.
said. Is like, do Mad Dog 2020 and see.
Oh, that would be a good one to do.
I ordered
Yeah.
it. I ordered it.
You ordered a Brita just now?
I
We're
ordered
gonna
the
try
Brita.
and see what happens.
It'll be here Saturday.
Well, you got to do it for next week on the show.
Yeah.
I will be in Michigan.
Oh, she will be in Michigan next
Oh,
week.
you'll be in Michigan?
I'm going on a girls' trip.
Girls.
Oh,
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 very
and-
nice. Well, Todd will have
But I'll
Todd
be-
do the
yeah,
we'll have Todd do the Brita test next week. So there you go.
I can do it.
You can.
We already talked about Montgomery. We'll still talk about Montgomery now. We talked about the
Dumbass.
folding chair.
Dumbass rednecks.
Oh,
That was the Vince McMahon Palooza is what that was.
I've seen so many videos about it.
Well, they're wiping them off.
Excuse
They're
me, just
wiping
one
them off.
moment.
They're wiping what off?
They're wiping the videos.
Why?
Like you can't see the whole thing anymore.
Well, people already saw it though for the most part, right? Like, what are you
Yeah,
trying to
but
wipe
going
them
back
for?
and watching, You can't.
No, I saw it like the day of, and then I went back. I'm like, Todd, you got to watch this. And when I went back, like half of it was like already gone.
Was
They
it
were
on
just showing
Facebook?
little snippets of it.
Was it Facebook you were looking on?
No, I was YouTube, TikTok. I was
Oh.
looking everywhere.
Yeah, because I'm still getting some of the stuff coming in.
Yeah, but it's because when it first started, it just looked like a bunch of black people attacking white people, and you didn't get the whole story. But
Yeah.
then when you got the whole story, and that guy was like, move your boat, because this is where this boat's supposed to park.
Yeah.
You know, then you got the whole story, and it was like, oh, yeah, media.
Yeah. Well, Chu said he tried it about 15 years ago. It does mellow out the flavor. Were Brita out 15 years ago?
Yes, it was. You know who
I
bought me
feel
a
like it probably was.
You know who
Yeah.
bought me a Brita pitcher?
Who?
Larry. The one that got me my earrings.
Where'd it go to?
I was like 19.
We were at UPS. Where did it go to?
Right? I was living with mom and dad.
Oh.
Yeah. He bought me a Brita pitcher.
Yeah. Brita. There you go. Yeah, it's kind of interesting though to see that actually happen. When did Mal get Oktoberfest beer?
Yes.
Uh-oh. So you brought it up.
Ravinia Oktoberfest.
Yep. Got Ravinia Brewing Company's Oktoberfest Marzen style. Pair with Lederhosen, Bratwurst, and not Hammerschlagen. But yeah, I don't know what
Hammerschlagen.
Hammerschlagen is,
That is
but
what-
you're apparently supposed to pair this beer with Hammerschlagen.
I'm slogging you with it.
But yeah, so like I said, we haven't come out with the Oktoberfest yet, but this is the Oktoberfest that we're having for the first few weeks.
So nobody's tried the Sierra Nevada one yet for this year, right? Because they did their
Not
collab
yet.
again with Germany. Okay. Wasn't
Yeah,
it
not
German
yet.
brewers? See, I said I want to buy them more beer, but then it's like, well, you got to buy Oktoberfest now because it's Oktoberfest. So
Tis the season.
if you don't buy it now, you can't buy it. It's like, oh, fuck. I make these rules I can't stick to. It's really literally too many beers. Just like I never thought I would say I have too much beer, but I feel like I just have too much beer.
You said that. You've been saying it for years, Rod.
Because I can't get rid of it all.
When's enough is enough,
Yeah.
And beer,
Yeah.
never.
Well, I even told him you guys weren't here. I was talking earlier when I went to New Jersey this weekend. I actually didn't do a beer haul. I went up there, just was pretty much. I did get a beer deal when I was up
Shame.
there. I got two Firestone Walker deals on like $6.99 a bottle or something that was usually $13. But that's the only thing I brought back.
That's a Rod J deal.
I can't keep stockpiling all this beer. I just can't.
Yes,
It's
you
too
can.
much.
Yes, you can. It's beer. Like
I'm trying to work on what I got.
The storage space in Baltimore
Every day ends
isn't
in
as
Y.
big as it is in Independence, Kentucky.
No.
No, every day ends in Y. This is the day for beer. We discussed this earlier.
Tell it to Denise. I'm sure she does.
Yeah. Right. Oh. What's up, Hopped Up? Most wonderful time for Oktoberfest is a great season for beer, so we have a lot of good stuff. I do miss not being in Cincinnati for Oktoberfest Beer Festival, which is the second biggest in the world behind Munich. So watching Joey Chestnut down like 80 sausages in 12 minutes or whatever. That dude's a beast. It's not like you watch him on TV, it's one thing. When you see him live doing it, it's like, what the hell? Like, dude, like, how are you putting away all that
That's a
food?
machine right there.
Yeah. Brita Fielder started in the 70s. Okay, well there you go. Rod, you can beer mail some beer to Mallard. I don't think you guys even need beer too, from what she told me. You got like 7 cases of stuff laying around. So
I'm just saying, you
don't
both
have
can
food in
beer
our fridge
mill
anymore.
back stuff to Indiana. I'm just saying.
yeah.
There's
Why
no
there-
such thing as
You know what would be a
food
good idea? A Goodwill store for beer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. But yes. No, that'd be a bad idea. They would never have nothing to stock. They would never. Well, it'd be good for them, I guess. But
It'd be good for them. Goodwill store for beer. Yeah, for anybody that's down there luck. Here's some beers for you. You know. Yeah. I'm heading down to Helen, Georgia a couple weeks for Oktoberfest, smaller event, but runs from September to November. Oh, nice little run there they have for 2 months then.
Mm.
Without thinking about.
Yeah, I don't know what they got around here for Oktoberfest taking place in September. They do have, like I said, September they have the Maryland Beer Fest. I got to decide if I want to go or not still. That'll be like, actually, no, I was just November, like November 2nd. So, which is kind of weird because you think it's going to be outside, but last year it was like 80 degrees when they had it. So hopefully it's like that this year.
Wait, did you say you got to decide if you want to go or not?
Yeah, we were talking about Beer Fest earlier, and like me and Craig were talking, like we've kind of gotten to a level where it's almost like, we're not as enthused about Beer Fest as much.
I'm on board. I'm beer festing.
Mal's on board, but we were kind of like,
I like to go, but I understand also. I'm like, it's not so like don't have to go if you don't, whatever.
It's like I thought about going to Great American Beer Fest this year, and I'm just like, do I really want to go cross country for? I mean, I like to go to mark it off my list, but maybe I just wasn't feeling it for this year. And then we got like the Maryland one taking place, and it's kind of like,
Now I feel like the Great American Beer Fest would be one where like a bunch of people should go and just like meet up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that could be like a whole extravaganza thing, not just.
I mean that's like
I
the
go
Super
mark it off, but I do. But like I want to do it with a bunch of people I know.
I mean that's like the Super Bowl of Beer Fest if you go to
You're
Great
right,
American,
right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I've never gotten to go, so I do want to go. I don't think I'll be able to swing it this year just based on my work schedule, but hopefully next year.
Yeah. Well, we should plan it so a bunch of us go down there and stuff. We can do
I
a
think
bottle
that would be
share and do it.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I would
I
love
think that's
that.
a possibility.
We should plan it for like X number of years. Like, let's go this year, or whatever the year.
Shannon looked up like
do it.
Shannon's spontaneous. She's like, just fucking go.
I mean, let's talk months, not years.
Well, no, it's coming up already.
It's coming up like September or
It's too
October.
soon right
Yeah.
now,
Coming up
but
next month.
maybe
Well, then
something
next
for
Sep-
2024.
No, that's what I'm
like-
saying.
Yeah.
Like, we need to pick a year and be like,
2024,
all right,
let's
I'll
get a
go.
place and do a thing,
the
and
year
it'll be fun.
2024.
Yeah, that could definitely work in 2024. Yeah.
Where's it at?
Do you want to
Denver.
plan it or me?
Yes, let's go.
You seem to be an ultimate planner on stuff, so
I do.
and
I'm
you're a
happy to
manager.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd, you think you're in?
I think I'll be in for next year. Yeah.
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 2024,
Denver,
we do a
for sure.
thing. We get a place. We have a bunch of us come, and it'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can get a big Airbnb, and the more people
Exactly.
where the Airbnb will be.
Because Shannon's all about sleepover. She's tried that for years to get
She
a
does
split
like
for a
I
sleepover.
do love sleepover.
I know. I think it would be a great idea. Just find one with like,
Mouse had a sleepover with me.
Yeah.
but find a place with like 8 bedrooms or something, and we can get a few other people involved. It'll be
Sleep in the
fun.
back seat, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Air mattresses in the living room. It don't have to be fancy. Earplugs if there's snores.
Yeah,
There'll be
there you go.
snorers, I'm sure. Especially after drinking, there'll be snorers. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There'll also be some legal sleep aids.
Legal sleep
Well,
aids.
in Colorado, they're legal. Yeah. Yeah, they're legal in
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The indica, not the sativa. Sativa, whatever it's called.
Oh, I was just thinking about marijuana.
That works
Good old
too.
THC. That's legal in
Whatever.
Colorado.
Whatever.
Drinking local is what it's all about, JT said. Okay, next week we pair a beer with a cigarette and a handgun. Yes or yes.
Listen.
Sorry, I don't have my FOID card.
The Dirty Harry edition. Yeah. Driving to Maine in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Go to Maine.
If you cut through Connecticut, JT, you should hook up with Vanessa.
Oh, don't go to Cabot Cove. Everyone dies there.
Thanks.
What?
For
Cabot Cove? What is that?
Yeah. In Maine?
Yeah.
No one?
No, I know it's in Maine, but what is Cabot Cove?
It's the town in Murder, She Wrote that has the highest per capita death rate
Murder, She Wrote.
with Angela Lansbury.
You literally were watching Murder,
Cabot
She
Cove,
Wrote?
Maine. I love that show. Angela
That-
Lansbury is the shit, man.
That's like a
I love her.
grandparent show. I mean, I
Murder,
worried
She
about
Wrote?
you're
Yeah.
watching Murder, She Wrote, and she was
Listen,
watching
you
Golden
just judged
Girls.
it because you were young when you watched it. I bet you would love it now.
You get some geriatric thing happening. I don't know what's
Okay,
going on.
wonderful. I love
You're
Murder,
not
She Wrote. It was one of my
judging
favorite shows. And-
Are the
What about
best.
Matlock? You guys
And-
watching Matlock too?
No, I didn't like
My
Matt
dad
Lock. He was a
loved
dick.
Matlock.
But
That was a
no, he
jam
was a
right
dick. But Murder, She Wrote. So Cabot Cove
Right, like
had
that too, though,
like
sure.
what 800 was the number of people there or something, and the per capita death rate because of her was like ridiculous. Like they were higher than any other city in the U.S. for death rate if you actually compare the numbers based on the show versus what actually exists in the world. Yeah, it was like the number 1 death capital of the U.S.
Now that I think
Look,
about
look.
it, I feel like looking back, my dad liked the geriatric shows for sure.
Well, yeah, that and Golden
And
Girls,
he wasn't
man.
even that old then.
Old people are wise.
No, but he wasn't
No,
that
no,
old
no.
then when you watched
Murder,
it.
She Wrote, and Golden Girls was like heaven. Murder,
You
She
like
Wrote,
Murder,
and
She
Golden
Wrote?
Girls was heaven.
Matlock, that was his jam. That was he liked all that. And still in the later days, like Gunsmoke and like that's old geriatric stuff right there. Bonanza, yeah, for sure.
Makes me think of Rayman trying to get over Judge Wapner on People's Court.
Tell me Cocoon wasn't like one.
Well, Hot in Cleveland was a fun one too. I
Betty
mean,
White. Well, that's called
Yeah.
two. Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White was everything. Betty White and Angela Lansbury. That was
Oh,
fantastic.
yeah.
Everything about it.
I'm gonna get one more.
Put him on a swimsuit issue.
One more.
I know, right? Okay, you know the 5 list that you can have like outside of your marriage thing. She had Betty White on there twice.
Twice out of 5. She was
Yeah, twice out of 5. He had her on there as number 1 and number 4.
Like I said, like the geriatric thing.
Times.
Yeah.
Come on, Chew.
I mean, everybody liked the movie The Graduate, I guess. So, you know.
I mean, now that she's passed, I think Selma Hayek took top spot for him, but
Oh.
still, I mean, come on. Betty White was
Yeah.
amazing.
She's funny, that's for sure.
And
Yeah.
she was the first female producer in Hollywood.
2 out of
Yeah.
5, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's-
Look what I have. I have a kit to crochet them all. It's
Golden
fantastic.
Girls,
It has
do
all
it.
the instructions, so I can
Oh my
crochet
gosh.
Golden Girls.
That's
JT
awesome.
said we'll bring earplugs for everyone. So JT would be in, maybe. We're going to Kittery, where our friends have a house near the beach. Oh, very nice.
Ooh,
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Where does Shadi go to get more beer?
Yes.
No, because we're wrapping up. It's 11:36.
She don't care.
Uh-oh.
She said one more, so she's doing one more whether we're on or not. She's doing one more. So, yes, it is time to shut it down.
Well, my friends, we have definitely reached that time to,
Why don't we shut it down? Shut it down. 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 Now.
Now.
we have to go to work in the morning. So,
Yeah, some of us actually have to drive to work instead of roll down the hallway and pop up, and here we are.
well, since Mal's the old geriatric thing, I'm like, what was the old Carol Burnett? Sorry, my friends. We have to
Oh, I
like
love
she used
Carol
to
Burnett
say,
too.
used to say the thing at the end of her
Then
show.
you got
Or
tuck on your ear.
ear.
Yeah.
Talking about Bewitched?
No, Carol Burnett.
Oh, no,
Which
that's
was the
uh,
nose?
The which was the nose, yeah.
No, that's Jim.
I don't have no idea.
I have no idea what she's talking about right now.
No,
But that being said, we're going to go ahead and sign off because
Dance and Die 55.
Yeah, follow Shannon, Dance and
Follow
Die
Dance and
55.
55.
Teach
And when
me
you're
things, though. Teach me things.
And when you're out there this weekend with your friends, your buddies, and you're enjoying some good brews, just know you're not alone if you try to sing a melody.
Turn around.
That was right last week at this work convention.
Yeah.
Let you know.
You don't have to
Trying
know the-
put it off, but
You don't have to know the words to share the love. That's all I'm saying. It's just about coming together. So just coming together.
Right. Yes.
But that being said, we are out back next week. Great to have everybody that tuned in this week, and hopefully you guys have a great weekend. More videos coming up here on the channel once I get them all loaded in. Mal, you got stuff coming up on your channel as well.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes, we do. We have our where I gave everyone the Chicago handshake when they arrived, so that's going to be coming out soon. And I did a blind beer tasting with the guys, and they had to guess the style. It was very, very funny. We had 8 people at the table trying to figure out these beer styles. It was an amusing game, to be sure.
So make sure you check out Imperfectly Me Crafts. That being said, we are pretty much out of here. But before we go,
Stables.
Yeah, I'm looking for a Hoffman.
A horseman?
A Hoffman goes by the name of Rick.
Not here.
Are you a Hoffman?
I could be. What can I do for you?
Friday night, you can see me at War Games. Bring all your horsemen, because I will have Moondog Spot, Moondog Rex, and the Monkey Brothers. Yeah, I'm looking for a horseman goes by the name of Rick Flair.
Don't know him.
Can I leave a message?
I guess.
All right, write this down. Tell him it's Big Dust,
Okay.
the American Dream.
Okay.
Tell him to meet me Friday night, Starcade.
Meet you at the Stockades.
Yeah, Starcade, Friday night.
I don't know what you're wasting your time for.
Is this Baby Doll? Baby Doll, I know that was you Jezebel! Hello, I'm looking for some horsemen.
I've got plenty. How many you need?
4.
4 horsemen.
Yes, sir. This Big Dust calling on behalf of Crocker Promotions.
Can't hardly understand what you're saying, but
Sorry, I got a little bit of a lisp. What about Chris Benoit? Oh, he did. Sorry.
no, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Is this J.J. Dillon's?
No.
Don't lie to me, J.J.'s. You and I go way back, Jack.
Well, it ain't JJ. You got the wrong person.
Don't mess with the American dream, J.J. My eyes are open as big as silver dollars, Jack.
Well, you got the wrong guy.
You and I, J.J., leather strap match. Dustin Rhodes is the master of the strap match. J.J. Dillon, you a yellow dog.